Hello everyone, welcome to What If Deku Was Betrayed and Joined Neon Genesis Evangelion movie. Before we start, please go support Cesar Mendoza 290,316 for writing that awesome fanfic. This is the translated version I made. There will be some mistaken characters' gender, but of course Deku is a male. Izuku betrayed and was the new Eva pilot and husband of Rei, Asuka. Clarifications. 1. Izuku will be betrayed and will join Nerv. 2. Inko will not die and will also be part of Nerv. 3. Izuku will be part of Nerv. 4. The ship will be Izuku x Asuka x Rai. 5. Izuku will not return to the UA. 6. It will be a crossover between My Hero Academia and Neon Genesis Evangelion. Thanks. 7. Uraraka will be the Super Boar. 8. The characters from Neon Genesis Evangelion will come out. Chapter 1 Betrayal. It was a normal day at the UA Academy where Izuku Midoriya, 9th bearer of One for All and future symbol and future number 1 hero, studied. With his great charisma and determination, he was the most loved in his entire school and was always supported by his classmates. Izuku always showed that he would be a great hero for everyone, and with that he won the hearts of everyone and his teachers. Izuku had Achako Uraraka as his girlfriend since after the rescue of Bakugo and the defeat of All for One they became boyfriends and everything was happiness, even though it wasn't entirely since he was almost never with his mother since she worked a lot and was almost always not at home, but he missed her so much, but he understood that it was because of his job, that's why he always stayed home alone and made his own food. He became independent, but not everything was bad, since he almost saw her when she came to the house to spend time with him, and everything was very happy for our green-haired girl, and what does our green-haired girl do now? Izuku's POV. Izuku and Achako were quietly eating on a school bench. Izuku. Hey love, what are we going to do when we leave the UA? Uraraka. Well, get married and be happy, said bored. Izuku. There, that's why I love you so much. Love was going to give her a kiss, but Uraraka's cell phone rings and after a few minutes she hangs up. Izuku. Who was Love? Uraraka. A friend who wants me to go see her now. Goodbye. Love giving her a little kiss and she sees leaving Izuku alone. Izuku. Like that friend has been calling her much better. I'm going to see what's going on to see if I can help them with their problems. Starting to silently follow Uraraka and sees that she was arriving at a hallway where it was somewhat dark and hides so that Uraraka would not see him and suddenly Iida arrives and Izuku saw something that would break his heart a lot since Uraraka was kissing Iida and the two were kissing very passionately while Izuku watched this with a super broken heart and the two separate. Iida. Already love, tell me when are you going to leave that useless Midoriya? Uraraka. Very soon love, just give me time to get rid of him, but in the meantime there we have fun, she said flirtatiously, and the two left leaving a completely devastated Izuku and Izuku ran to his bedroom where he arrived and passed everyone and went to his room and lay down on the bed and began to cry inconsolably and wondered why he did it, why he did that, like that he never left his room. Meanwhile in the teacher's lounge. All the teachers were gathered to talk about something. Almight. Very well director, why did you call us to come urgently? Nezu. Well, it's just that I received an anonymous video that says it shows the true traitor of the UA. Izawa. Let's see, put the video. Nezu put the video and in it you could see Shigaraki waiting for someone in a dark alley and to everyone's surprise and anger, Izuku arrives with many folders of information from the UA and gives them all to Shigaraki and the two began to go in different directions, thus ending the video, leaving everyone very angry. Almight. That bastard deceived us, said furiously. Present Mick. There, we have to lock that bastard in Tartarus. Lock King. There, we have to hit that bastard. Sniper. There, we have to kill that bastard. So everyone was throwing curses at Asia Izuku, everyone except Midnight Izawa and Nezu, who didn't fully believe that video until Izawa speaks. Izawa. Wait a moment here, there's something that doesn't make sense to me, is why are we believing a video that we don't know where it came from, that a true hero who is Izuku? Midnight. Yes, also he confessed to me that his dream was always to be a great hero and not a villain, they said seriously. Almight. Enough of cheap excuses, he is the traitor and that's it, so tomorrow we are going to arrest him and take him to Tartarus. All. Hi. The next day. We see our green-haired man sitting at his desk sad for what he saw yesterday, that's when Izawa arrives. Izawa. Well, before starting Midoriya they call you to the address. Izuku. I'm going. So the two went to the address. Where they arrived they knocked on the door and received a pass from the director and Izuku enters and sees all the teachers who looked at him super serious and angry. Nezu. Young Midoriya knows why we sent for him. Izuku. No, because director. Here he receives a punch from Almight. Almight. Don't lie anymore, damn traitor. Izuku. Traitor, Almight, what are you talking about, he said confused and hurt. Almight. And this putting the video what they didn't know is that class 2 heard everything and started throwing curses at him, Asia, Izuku, everyone except Bakugo, Todoroki, Kirishima, Momo, Tsuyu, Jiru who believed in Izuku. At the end of the video Izuku was paralyzed. Izuku. That's not me, I swear, please believe me, he said through tears. Almight. Shut up, kicking him, you're trash, you don't deserve one for all, taking a hair and eating it, and was going to hit him again, but he becomes skinny since Aizawa was watching him with his quirk activated. Aizawa. Midoriya runs but Vla King kicks him that makes him blink and deactivate his quirk, and Izuku ran away, but a kick sends him far away and takes him out of the nail, and that's when they all arrive and everyone starts beating him up with their quirks. Uraraka. I can't believe I had a shitty traitor as a boyfriend, but you know one thing, kissing Iida, I've cheated on you all this time with Iida-kun, and he was capable of giving me everything and more in bed, he said brazenly, but an explosion sends him super far. Bakugo. Run nerd run. Kirishima. We distract them by activating their quirk. Tsuyu. Why do we believe in you? Izuku. Thanks guys, said through tears. Momo. Run, Izuku runs, creating some bombs and throwing them at everyone, and Izuku runs away. Everyone was going to attack those defending Izuku, but a pillar of ice stands in front of everyone, and All Might arrives and breaks it and knocks everyone out, and Izuku was running as he can through the forest, but a kick stops him that was from All Might and hits him a little and puts some anti-quirk handcuffs on him, and Nezu arrives. Nezu. Young Midoriya, for having given information from the UA to the League of Villains and betray Ua, is expelled from the UA forever and will be taken to Tartarus, he said seriously, but approaches his ear. Calm down, young Midoriya, us and the young people will try to get him out and investigate his innocence. Do not worry, we will get him out. Izuku nods and a black van arrives and they get Izuku and take him to Tartarus, and they arrived and went to the deepest part of Tartarus and put him in a cell where they did not heal him or anything, and that a portal opens. Shigaraki. Hello hero Deku, how are you? Izuku. You damn, why did you do this to me, he said furiously and spitting blood. Shigaraki. So that you can join us and so that you give us information about the UA. Izuku. I will never betray them, screw you, said furiously. Shigaraki. Well, if that's how you want it, Toga, Dabi, have fun. So Dabi and Toga began to torture Izuku, who was screaming in pain, and after that the two left, leaving a badly wounded Izuku. 10 minutes later. Inko-san, here is your son. Inko, quick, Misato, open the cell. Misato, I'm going like this, opening the pig, and the two enter. Inko, Izuku running like this, his son, or Izuku, look how they left you, my baby, but calm down, I'm here, mom is here and will save you, she said, shedding tears seeing her son in bad condition and carrying him. Misato, very Inko, let's go or they will discover us. Chapter 2. The Big Secret. Misato. Okay Inko, let's go or they'll discover us. Inko. Okay, let's get out of here, quickly carrying Izuku, who was still bleeding, and the two stealthily leave Tartarus, dodging the security cameras, and finally they leave Tartarus and put Izuku in the back of Misato's car, and the two get into their car. Misato. Okay, let's take him to the nearest hospital. Inko. No, let's take him to the base to make it safer, because if we go to a normal hospital they will quickly take us out. Misato. Are you sure, Inko, since we don't know what it is called to take Izuku, and also how are we going to explain it to him? Inko. I'll explain everything to him, but please let's go now, damn it, she said, super desperate since Izuku wouldn't stop bleeding. Misato. Okay, let's go right away, starting her car and starting to drive. Narrator. So they quickly went to the base where Inko was trying to keep Izuku from dying, since he lost a lot of blood from the beating they gave him, and Izuku looked half conscious that they were taking him somewhere else, since he wasn't in his cell in Tartarus, so Misato drove a bit fast and skipped some stops, and that's how it was until they finally arrived at the nerve base, where they first went through an elevator and reached the deepest part of the base, and drove a bit until they reached the barracks. And the two got off and Inko carried Izuku, and the two ran desperately to the infirmary until they arrived. Inko. Dr. Ritsuko, please help my son, please, he's losing blood. Ritsuko. Quickly take this boy to the infirmary, quickly, he's losing a lot of blood. So the nurses bring a stretcher and lay Izuku down and urgently take him to heal Izuku. Inko. Please Ritsuko, save my son please, she said through tears. Ritsuko. Don't worry Inko, I'll save your son so he can keep smiling for you again, starting to go to the infirmary running to help Izuku. So happening 30 minutes where Inko was super desperate since she had no news of Izuku until two girls arrived. Inko-sama, but what happens, why does she look very worried, confused? If we have never seen her like this, curious. Inko. Nothing Asuka, laugh, is my son who was hurt horribly for something he did not do, said something sad. Asuka. Wait, he has a son, surprised. Ray. Inko-san is here, your son, half surprised. Inko. That's right, I have a son. Asuka. And why is your son here, surprised? Inko. Well, it is that I found out from a person that I now hate a lot, since he also betrayed my son and called me saying that my son is the traitor and that they had taken him to Tartarus, and when we arrived, we saw that he was badly hurt and was bleeding a lot. For this, I brought him here to be safe, he said, wiping away her tears. Ray. Poor boy, I hope your son is okay, Inko-sama. Asuka. I hope those idiots get their punishment very soon, or that very soon they regret what they had done, said annoyed. Inko. Thanks, girls. At that, Ritsuko arrives. Inko. Please tell me how he is. Is he still alive, she said, super worried and shaking Ritsuko, and Ritsuko stops her. Ritsuko. Good news, Inko, your son is safe and sound and is already healed of all his wounds, he said with a huge smile, making everyone relieved and smile at this great news. Inko. Can we see my son? Ritsuko. Yes, of course. So they all come in and see Izuku with bandages all over his chest and arms, and Inko approaches the bed. Asuka. So he is your son, he looks a lot like you, Inko. Ray. And what is his name, curious? Izuku. His name is Izuku Midoriya and he is the only son I have in my life and he is the most important thing I have in my life, caressing the that of Izuku. Asuka. Wow, he looks very cute, but he would blush a lot saying that. Masato. They still don't know each other well and Izuku already has a suitor, said playfully. Asuka. And no, I didn't mean that already, shut up, she said, annoyed and blushing. Ray. And when do you think Izuku will wake up? Ritsuko. I think in a few hours. But suddenly Izuku began to wake up slowly and sees that he was not in his cell and was very surprised since he saw his mother. Izuku. Mom, is it you, he said, super surprised and holding back tears. Inko. Yes, son, it's me, she said, smiling and shedding some tears, and the two hug each other and begin to cry of happiness to see each other again. Inko. Oh Izuku, I missed you so much, my baby. Izuku. Me too, mom, it was very horrible what they did to me. They tried to kill me all for an anonymous video that I don't know where it came from and everyone believed it, and my so-called girlfriend was cheating on me all this time, she said, crying inconsolably for everything that happened. Inko. Now calm down, son, very soon those idiots will realize that you were innocent and that damn thing will regret leaving you and you'll get someone better, she said, smiling. Izuku. Okay, mom, she said, smiling and wiping her tears. Inko. Oh Izuku, look, let me introduce you to Asuka, and I laughed. Asuka. Very fair, Izuku-kun, I'm Asuka Langley Soryu, she said, smiling. I laughed. Nice to meet you, Izuku, I'm Anaomi. Izuku. Hello, very fair to meet you both. Asuka-chan, and I laughed-chan, she said, smiling, blushing a little. Masato. And I am Izuku, I am Masato Katsuragi. Izuku. Hello Masato-chan, she said, smiling, blushing a little at Masato. Ritsuko. And I am Ritsuko Akagi, I was the one who saved your life. Izuku. It's a pleasure to meet you, Ritsuko, thank you very much for helping me, she said, smiling and thanking. Ritsuko. You shouldn't thank me, it's what I always do, smiling. Izuku. And mom, where are we, curious? Inko. We are at the base where I work, the nerve base where here we fight against things called angels, that thanks to us we kill them. Izuku. What did you really do? That's why you weren't home, surprised. Inko. Yes. Izuku. And why didn't you tell me? Inko. Why was I afraid that you would interfere in all this? Look, I know your dream is to be a great hero, but I didn't know if you were ready for this revelation. It's okay if you hate me, she said half sadly, but Izuku hugs her and she reciprocates the hug. Izuku. No mom, I don't hate you, rather I'm glad that you can do that for the world, she said, smiling. Inko. That's why I love you so much, son, hugging Izuku. Asuka. Hey Izuku, what are you planning to do now since the idiots from the UA betrayed you? What do you think you'll do now, curious? Masato. It's true, Izuku, what are you going to do now, curious? Izuku. Well, it's to continue with my dream of being the symbol of peace and saving the world from all danger from the angels, said, smiling. Inko. That's my son, that's why you fill me with pride. Asuka. That's how you speak, Izuku-kun, show who Izuku Midoriya is. Izuku. Thanks Asuka-chan, said, smiling and blushing at Asuka for what she called her. So the whole day passed where Izuku, already recovered from his wounds, already felt better, and Inko and Izuku went to their house at the base and went to sleep. Chapter 3. My New Life and Training. Narrator. 2 weeks had passed since Izuku was taken to Nerve, and in these weeks the UA celebrated thinking that they had captured the traitor, and Izuku's friends got very angry and began an investigation to find out the truth that Izuku is innocent, and also Midnight, Azawa. and Nezu were helping the boys, and in these weeks Izuku was very calm in nerve and became friends with Asuka and Rai, and the three of them exchanged numbers and became best friends, and Izuku already knew what the whole place of nerve was like, and that he already knew the whole place, and he already knew everyone in nerve, and what is our green-haired boy doing now? Izuku's POV. Izuku, Asuka, and Rai were changing throughout the base quietly while they talked. Asuka. And that's why Izuku, I was one of those chosen to pilot an EVA, even if I don't have a quirk like you, Izuku, I feel that with or without a quirk, you are still a hero anyway, she said, smiling proudly. Izuku. Oh really Asuka, well I'm happy for you, said smiling blushing Asuka. Ray. Hey Izuku, do you think you can pillar an EVA? Izuku. The truth is I want to try since it is something magnificent that you do for the unit, and the truth is I want to try to be a pilot like you to save the world of angels, said smiling. Asuka. Maybe you can be a great pilot like us, but you need to train very hard to be able to pilot it and be a better pilot. Izuku. I promise that I will try hard to be a great hero and be a great pilot, said smiling, determined to be an EVA pilot, blushing a lot to Rei and Asuka since they did not know why, but they like to see that smile of Izuku and that they call Asuka and Rei, so they go to train. Asuka. Well Izuku, see you, we have to go train if you want to join us so you can see how we pilot an EVA. Izuku. Okay, let's go. So the three of them walked calmly until they arrived to where they arrived at a large computer room was Inko and Masato who were waiting for them. Inko. Finally arrived, girls, go put on your pilot suits. So Asuka and Rai went to the locker room and left. Asuka. Look Izuku, how we see ourselves, taking a turn, blushing to Izuku. Izuku. I know you look good, said Super Red. Asuka. Thanks Izuku. Inko. Well girls, go to the EVAs. Rai. We're going see you in a few moments Izuku-kun. Izuku. Good luck girls, I support you in everything, he said, smiling blushing Asuka and Rai. So the girls went to the Evan and began their training. Izuku. Mom, why do they call you to train every day? Inko. You see Izuku, we train daily, since we do not know when an angel can come and destroy everything, that is why we train daily. Masato. For a long time there is a war against the angels, that is why the Evangelion and the angels exist. Izuku. I see. But Izuku came up with something that maybe his mother won't like. Izuku. Mom, can I pilot an EVA? That surprised everyone since Izuku wanted to pilot an EVA. Inko. I don't know son, since what we do is something dangerous, besides I feel like you're not ready yet. Izuku. Please mom, I promise you that I will try hard to be a great hero and save everyone, and that's why I want to be more than a hero and pilot who saves the world. Masato. Izuku is right Inko, besides Izuku, I think he is already qualified to pilot an EVA and be a great pilot, besides we need more pilots, please Inko, give Izuku a chance, begging, and Inko sighs. Inko. Okay laugh, come here, and Izuku point this out by giving him a pilot suit, go change quickly. Izuku. I'm going. So Izuku went to the locker room and Izuku gets out of the EVA and Izuku comes out of the locker room and Izuku blushes a lot and gets a nosebleed since Izuku came out in his pilot suit and he had something borrowed left showing his abdomen. Izuku. Oh hi Izuku-chan, how do I look? He said smiling. Izuku. It looks bye good on you, Super Red and stuttering. Izuku. Thanks Izuku-chan, well I'm going to the EVA, walking calmly, leaving Rai completely red and covering her nose since she was bleeding a lot, and goes with Inko. Inko. What's wrong with you Izuku, are you sick, a little worried? Izuku. Yes I'm fine Inko-sama, just that I'm hot, that's all, still red and covering her nose. Inko. Okay, rest a bit, giving her a bottle of water and giving her a handkerchief to cover her nose. But Izuku. Izuku arrives at the EVA. Ritsuko. Good Izuku, I'll explain how the EVA works, those levers connect to your hands and if you put your feet in and with that you can handle it calmly, it's as if you were you but a robot, he said smiling. Izuku. Okay, said smiling. Ritsuko. Well, come in. So Izuku entered the EVA and it closed and inside the EVA began to fill with yellow water. Izuku. Know what's happening there, saving air so as not to drown. Inko. Calm down son, you can breathe calmly, calm down, you won't suffocate. Izuku began to breathe inside the EVA. Masato. Good Izuku, start moving. Izuku. Yes, I'm going. Starting to move the EVA a little slowly and began to walk towards Asuka, who was still in the EVA. Izuku. What I'm doing it, said in shock and at the same time happy. Masato. Well Asuka, Izuku, why don't you fight a little, talking through an allogram. Asuka. Very well Izuku, are you ready for the beating, putting in a fighting pose in the EVA. Izuku. Of course Asuka, but when we started. He couldn't finish because Asuka hit him hard in the stomach, causing the EVA to fall. Masato. Izuku, are you okay? Remember that none of this is real. Asuka. I'm sorry Izuku if I hit you so hard I'm really sorry to the embarrassed. Izuku. That was super real as if I felt it he said super surprised and grabbing his stomach somewhat sore and stands up. Asuka. Sorry Izuku, but if you want to be a very good pilot you must learn that there will always be a lot of pain in the road, that's why I always train, so that I no longer feel pain. But Izuku accidentally gives him a hard blow that makes her fall along with Eva. Izuku. I'm very sorry Asuka are you okay he said worriedly. Asuka. You are already learning Izuku giving him a kick that sends him far away. Thus training in hand-to-hand combat until the two got tired and got off the Evas. Isado. Congratulations Izuku it seems that you are worthy of being a nerve. Itsuko. It shows that I wanted to be a great pilot Izuku. Inko. Yes son I am proud of you. Izuku. Thank you I will try hard. Asuka-ray. We are very happy for you Izuku. Izuku. Thank you Asuka-chan, Ray-chan said smiling blushing to Asuka and laughed. So the training ended and everyone went home. Chapter 4 Izuku, Asuka, Ray vs Sasaki. Narrator. The days would pass in which Izuku premiered with Asuka and Rai, and they became very close and became best friends, but something surprising happened to Izuku. Flashback. We see Izuku in a dark place. Izuku. Hey where am I, what am I doing here, what is this place? And that 6 people appear in front of Izuku. Izuku. Hey you are the bearers of the one for all surprised. Nana. That's right Izuku. Izuku. But as if All Might took it from me. Yoichi. You did not give it to your will therefore the one for all is still in you. Nana. Besides the one for all is all yours because the one for all belongs to you and is all yours, Izuku said smiling. Izuku. I promise that I will make you all proud he said smiling. Everyone. We trust you. End of flashback. Since that day Izuku trained almost every day to raise the one for all to the maximum. What he did not know is that Asuka and Rai looked at him and sometimes nosebleeds came out or blushed a lot, seeing Izuku's body marked Izuku and he never noticed and Izuku has been improving much more than usual since he could climb very high and jump great amounts of height and these days Izuku always trained with the Evan to be able to pilot it super well and little by little he earned the respect of everyone in Nerve and what does our green-haired of Izuku do now? Izuku was at home quietly eating with his mother. Izuku. And tell me mom tell me something that happened to you when you face an angel eating. Inko. Once I was in an Eva prepared to fight with everything and the cursed angel took me by surprise and began to attack me with everything and broke my jaw and broke my right arm, but I defeated it myself even wounded I could do it alone. Izuku. And aren't you afraid of being out there fighting alone? Inko. The truth is not since you always come to mind and that's why I fight every day so I can see you again in my arms, son said smiling. Izuku. I understand mom and I'm sorry to tell you that you were a bad mother since you weren't with me almost all the time, seriously I'm sorry I'm the worst son, I don't know why I continued being your son, he said sadly shedding tears since he didn't know why he said those words and Inko hugs him. Inko. Calm down son it's normal that you think those things calm down, but don't worry now we are super united more now that you are part of Nerve she said, smiling and giving Izuku a kiss on the head. Izuku. I love you very much mom you are the best mom of all. Inko. I love you too very much son. Love of mother and son bad thoughts not northern love degenerates that you do not love your mother. The next day we see Izuku in his normal clothes as he was going shopping since many things were missing in the house and on the way he met Asuka and laughed. Asuka. Where are you going Izuku-kun said curious. Izuku. I'm going shopping since I'm missing many things in my house. Asuka. If you want we go since I have nothing better to do. Ray. Me too. Izuku. Well, let's go. So they went shopping with the girls and they left and Izuku Asuka and Ray were quietly walking through the streets while eating ice cream. Asuka. Thanks Izuku for the ice cream licking his ice cream. Izuku. No problem there that's what best friends do no, he said smiling blushing at Asuka and laughed a lot, why did he call them best friends? But suddenly a little girl collides with the 3. Asuka. Hey little one are you okay? Izuku. Are you okay? Ray. Something happened to you lifting her up but the girl clings to Izuku's shirt. Please help me I beg you for please said between tears. Asuka. What's wrong little one? At that a man with a beak in his mouth comes out of the shadows. Tasaki. Eri come here he said seriously and Eri goes with Chisaki, I'm very sorry that my daughter was bothering you. Izuku. Why do you have many bandages he said seriously. Chisaki. Well it's that she plays a lot and that's why she hurts a lot. Asuka. But doesn't it make something exaggerated that she has too many bandages it would be. Chisaki. Well I happen to withdraw pulling Eri, but Izuku gives him a hard kick that sends him far away. Izuku. The girl will not go with you, angry, activating the one for all at 40%. Chisaki. I want to see what you try taking out peaks, and Izuku lunged at Chisaki, which they two began to hit each other hard, but Izuku used all his strength to try to knock him out, but Chisaki grabbed many peaks that scratched Izuku, but that did not stop him, and Izuku gives him a hard kick that sends him to fly very far, and Chisaki began to create many spikes, but Izuku sends them flying by a smash that sticks one in his eye, causing him to scream heartbreakingly, but Izuku took advantage of that and gives him a big punch in his stomach, causing him to fly very far. Izuku. You saw that I beat you, and the girl stays with us, said angrily. Ray. Let's go, Izuku, before someone comes. Izuku. Yes, let's go. So Izuku, Asuka and Rizuku left there, and Asuka had Eri carrying her since he had fallen asleep, and they arrived at Izuku's house. Inko. Hello son, but go to Eri, and that little confused Izuku. Izuku. Well, like that telling of everything that happened. Inko. Okay Izuku, I'm proud of you because you saved a little girl. I'm proud that you could save a little girl, she said smiling. Ray. And what are we going to do now? Izuku. First there we have to explain to him that this is now his house and that he will live here at the nerve base, said smiling. Inko. Okay Izuku, tomorrow we will explain everything. Asuka. Ray. Okay, good night Inko-sama, good night Izuku-kun. Izuku. Good night girls. So Asuka and Ray went to their house and Inko and Izuku went to sleep. Chapter 5 Izuku vs Supreme Angel. Narrator. We see Eri waking up little by little and sees that she was in a normal room, but she sees Izuku come in with breakfast and Rai and Asuka also come in. Izuku. Oh, I see that you have already woken up Eri-chan, but Eri covers herself with the sheets, very scared. Asuka. No little one, we are not going to hurt you, we promise, you can trust us really, she said smiling, making Eri calm down, and the three approaches Eri. Izuku. Tell us little one, what is your full name? Eri. My name is Eri. Asuka. And tell me little one, what that person hurt you? Eri. They used my blood to do bad things, she said half sad. Izuku. Don't worry, he will not do anything to you again, because while I am here, I will protect you from all danger, he said smiling. Ray. And tell us Eri, do you have a place to live? Eri. No, sad. Izuku. How about you live with me? Asuka. Yes Eri, and we will visit you daily, she said smiling. Eri. I don't want to be a bother. Izuku. You won't be a bother, besides I would be happy if you lived with me, he said smiling, and Eri hugs Izuku and Asuka and laugh. They join the hug. Eri. Thanks for everything. Izuku. No, there you go little one. 3 days later. We see Izuku walking calmly through all of nerve since he was walking calmly with Inko and Eri, and Izuku was taking her hand as well as Inko. Izuku. And here we do that Eri, we save the world from all evil that comes, that's why I always train daily to improve every day. Inko. And Izuku does it with all his heart because he wants to be the best hero of all and wants to save the world from all evil. Eri. Really, he said surprised. Izuku. Yes Eri, me, Asuka and laugh, we do all that for the world, he said smiling. Eri. When I grow up I want to be like you, Izuku said super happy, hugging Izuku. Izuku. That's how you talk, Eri-chan said happily. But suddenly an earthquake makes the entire base move and Masato and Ritsuko. Inko. What's wrong would it be? Masato. An angel is here and we don't have pilots. Inko. Like we don't have pilots, confused. Ritsuko. Asuka went out to I don't know where, but I don't know if Ray is ready. Inko. We have no other option, bring Ray. Masato. But Inko, Ray is very fragile, I don't know if she can. Inko. It's an order, she said would be. Ritsuko. Okay, bring Ray, talking on a phone, and then nurses arrive and Izuku is completely in shock since Ray was there with bandages on his face and bandages all over his body, making Izuku go into shock and run like Ray. Izuku. I laughed, what happened to you, super worried. Ray. Calm down Izuku, it's not that bad, you fought with an angel right now, but I think she's back. Inko. Good Ray, now go up. Ray. Yes Inko-sama. Izuku. No mom, she is super bad, she should not do this, said super worried. Inko. No, there is another option, Izuku would be. Izuku. But. And that a great earthquake causes everyone to fall, including Rai, who begins to bleed from all over her back, making Izuku horrified since an angel was trying to kill Rai, causing him to shed some tears and get very angry and carries Rai and places her on his stretcher. Izuku. Sorry mom, he said seriously and starting to get into the Eva. Inko. No Izuku, what are you doing, she said panicking. Izuku. That damn angel has to pay, closing the Eva's mouth and goes up to the surface. Inko. No Izuku, wait. Masato. Sub-Colonel Kozo check pilot 002 quickly she said, upset by what Izuku was facing. Kozo? Apparently he reached the surface and is about to fight the angel. Ritsuko? Let's go quickly see what's going on there to take care of Izuku. Inko? Let's go quickly carrying Eri and Masato. I take Rai to the infirmary to have his wound closed. But Izuku? Izuku was in front of the angel who was a black and very thin one. The one from the second chapter. Izuku? You will pay with your miserable life, damn angel, no one gets involved with Rai. I will kill you for doing that to Rai, he said furiously and moving the Eva and runs away and was going to punch him, but the angel stops him and lifts him by his arm, making Izuku scream a little from the pain, and Izuku gives the angel a hard punch in the ribs, making him release him, and gives him a powerful blow to the face making him back up. But Inko? What's wrong with my son, worried. Kozo? Apparently this is very surprising, look pointing at the screen seeing that Izuku was hitting the angel very hard. Ritsuko? Izuku is fighting against the angel, surprised. Inko? Turn off the Eva 002. Not approaching a man, let's let your son take care of him. I feel like I can win. Inko? But Akari, he's not trained yet, he's not a pilot. Akari? Well, I already consider him one, look at how Izuku hit him horribly. But Izuku? The angel grabs Izuku's arm and sends him away, but Izuku punches him in the jaw, dislocating it, and Izuku punches him in the stomach, making the angel fall, and Izuku takes advantage of that and gives him a strong blow to the chest breaking it, and the angel grabs the Eva's foot and throws it, making the Eva fall, and Izuku tried to move, but couldn't, and the angel kicks him in the stomach, making Izuku spit out some blood and gets up, but the angel punches him that breaks his nose, making it bleed and Izuku, already super upset, unconsciously activates One for All at 50%. Masato? Not there, what will he do? Inko? Activated his quirk, won't it be that? Akari? That his quirk destroys the Evo little. But Izuku? You will die now, he said furiously and giving him a strong punch in the face which the angel began to fall by the gust of air and Izuku slams him on the ground and punches him with the Eva making a great wind and nothing could be seen. Masato? I do not see anything, what happened? Eri? What happened to Izuku-kun said worriedly. Inko? Calm down Eri, he will be fine. Kono? Look pointing at the screen and everyone looks and they were very surprised since the Eva's arm was almost destroyed as well as the face and like Izuku's arm that was broken and the angel's head exploded into 1,000 pieces. Izuku? You saw you lost, damn, he said angrily and fainting from tiredness inside the Eva, luckily he did not fall. Inko? Quickly go see Izuku. Masato? I'm going to see him. Chapter 6 The Strange Enemy. Narrator. We see Izuku waking up little by little and sits up in bed, seeing that his arm was in a cast. Izuku? But what happened? But suddenly the memories came to him that he had defeated an angel, and Izuku was surprised since he defeated his first angel. This made Izuku smile, because that would show that he was made to be part of Nerve, and turns around and sees some balloons and a box of chocolates and a letter and grabs it and begins to read it. Dear Izuku, we are sorry for not being able to see you, but after what happened yesterday they made us train since what happened yesterday took us by surprise, but we hope you are super well, and we are very happy that you will act like a hero. I hope you recover with love Asuka and laugh. When reading the note Izuku was half blushing, because he said with affection, and grabs the box of chocolates and eats some chocolates. Izuku? Well, at least I did the right thing, he deserved it for doing that to Ray-chan, somewhat annoyed remembering how he left. I laughed at that. Akari and Inko arrive. Akari? Hello boy, how are you, he said seriously. Izuku? Yes, I'm fine thanks, but who are you, he said curious since he never met him. Inko? Izuku, he is Akari, the commander of all Nerve. Akari, he is my son, Izuku, Midoriya said calmly. Izuku? Yes, I am his son and it's okay if he's going to scold me for what I did, but I didn't have to leave him like that. That damn angel deserved it for almost killing Rai. I didn't want to let this go, that's why I did that. I know I'm not part of Nerve, but it was my duty to do it, since as a future hero, I shouldn't let that go, he said, seriously surprised to both. Akari? No Izuku, don't come to give you away, rather I came to tell you that you are now part of Nerve, he said half smiling. Izuku? How really surprised? Akari? Yes Izuku, you see we choose the children for their heroism and guts, and at first I thought that you would not be useful to us, but you shut my mouth for what you did yesterday. You surprised me so officially. You are now part of Nerve, giving it a license with Izuku's photo and everything. Izuku? Really, thank you very much for this, Akari said happily. Inko? Congratulations Izuku, you are already a hero, he said smiling, hugging Izuku. Izuku? Thanks mom, but how is Rei? I want to go see her, he said worried about her. Inko? Oh, she is fine and she sent you this balloon and Asuka the chocolates. Izuku? Okay, I see, but I want to see her. Inko? Okay, come. So the two began to walk and they arrive at Rei's room, which she was awake calm and sees Izuku. Rei. Hello Izuku, how are you on your arm? Izuku. It is already healing, and how are you? Rei. Much better now, I am already recovering from all this, calm down, I am fine, he said smiling. Izuku. I'm glad you're okay, he said smiling, blushing, laughing at that Asuka arrives and seeing Izuku runs towards him. Asuka. Izuku, are you okay, how are you, said worried, speaking the German. Izuku. Yes, calm down Asuka-chan, I feel better now, but I won't use my quirk again, hey silly he said laughing, blushing Asuka for Izuku's smile, but I laughed for some strange reason. Izuku and Asuka's closeness. Inko. Very well Izuku, you go rest your arm, and you Asuka, where were you yesterday, said it would be. Asuka. Boo boo boo, well it's that I went shopping yesterday, she said, nervous because of Inko's aura. Inko. Okay, I let you pass this time, therefore now go train. Asuka. Yes Inko-sama, goodbye Izuku-kun, to God Miss Perfect. Izuku. Goodbye Asuka-chan, saying goodbye to Asuka, blushing her a lot. Narrator. 3 weeks would pass in which Izuku already recovered from his arm and I could move it easily, but I was training every day to improve the one for all, but what I didn't know is that I laughed and Asuka saw it secretly and blushed when they saw Izuku training. And what do they do now? Isado. Damn, another angel, said annoyed, seeing an angel, but this one was cubic. Inko. Quick, prepare the pilots. Isado. Asuka, Izuku are ready. Izuku. Pilot 05 ready. Asuka. Pilot 03 ready. Isado. Well, are ready, go. So the Evans 005 and 003 come to the surface. Izuku. But how surprised. Asuka. That's all I thought, he was someone strong, but he's super small, how easy it will be, said mockingly. Izuku. Do not get confused Asuka-chan, he may be small, but I feel that if you bother him or something like that he will launch an attack and it will be very dangerous, putting himself on guard and putting his hand on his weapon. Asuka. Nonsense Izuku-kun, looks how he destroyed him, grabbing his weapon. But suddenly the angel begins to emit a great irritating sound that Izuku and Asuka cover their ears because of the loud noise, but the angel increases the noise more, grabbing and shoots a ray at Izuku and Asuka's chest, causing Asuka and Izuku to faint because of the loud noise. Isado. But how surprised. Inko. It seems that is his attack, better go for Izuku and Asuka and put them to rest. Me and Misado, come with me, I have a plan. Isado. Yes, let's go. Like this they went to another base. 1 hour later. Inko. And that's why the nerve base urgently needs this weapon. Isado. We promise that we will not destroy it, seriously. Conral. Okay, but if it arrives destroyed they will pay me 5 million yen, okay. Inko. Okay, even though I doubt it will be destroyed. Isado. Very well, laugh, you can take it now, he said, screaming and laugh. He opens the roof a little with the help of the Eva and takes the weapon, and they arrive at the nerve base, and laugh puts the weapon in position where the angel was in position. Inko. Well, we have 3 opportunities, if we fail them all that angel will pierce the entire floor and reach nerve and destroy it, he said it would be by seeing the angel. Isado. But Inko, laugh needs help, she can't do it alone. Inko. It's true, laugh, go see if Izuku or Asuka are awake. Rei. I'm going. So laugh went to the infirmary and arrived at a room where she was a little surprised since Asuka and Izuku share the same room, something that made her feel a little jealous, but she sees that Izuku and Asuka began to wake up and she wakes up completely. Izuku. Laugh-chan, what happened, confused since he didn't remember anything. Rei. What happened is that the angel knocked them both out, that's why they are like that. Izuku. Oh right, I remembered, but the angel is still there. Rei. Yes. Asuka. Then what are we going to do since that angel is very strong? Izuku. I told you, Asuka-chan. Rei. I'll tell you on the way, but now go put on your pilot suits, giving him your suits. Izuku. I'm getting up. Asuka. Wow Izuku, if you are super strong since you still have the strength to beat that angel. Izuku. Yes, since that makes a hero or not, never give up, and I will never give up, I said, smiling, blushing to Asuka, and laughed. Rei. Well, let's go. So the 3 went to the locker room where the 3 put on their pilot suits, and Asuka and I laughed wanted to see Izuku's body, but they couldn't because of the glass that separated them, and they go out and go to the Evans. Inko. Very well, this is the plan. When the angel takes out his ray you block and shoot, since when he shoots you can see his heart, and we only have 3 shots, okay, and wait for them to get into the Evans. Izuku. Okay mom. So the 3 sit in the edge of a small bridge to wait for Inko's signal, but Asuka and Rai see Izuku's suit, which was the same as the pilot's, only it was green with black and his horns were green, matching his green hair. Asuka. Tell me Izuku, why do you fight, since I thought that what happened about 3 hours ago you would not continue, but why do you continue? Izuku. Why, the truth is that I do not want to see anyone suffer anymore, since a hero always has to protect the world with a smile, and I want to be that hero, and the truth is that I do not like to see them being there alone outside fighting against the angels, that's why I help them, because I care about them a lot, he said calmly, blushing a lot to Asuka, and laughed since Izuku cared a lot. Asuka. Seriously, you care about us a lot, blushing. Izuku. Of course, I also love them very much, my best friends. And that Asuka and Rai felt a huge pulse in the chest by the word friend. Inko. Already moved to the Eva, speaking through the microphone of their ears. Izuku. Well, I hope everything goes well, he said, smiling and getting into the Eva and Asuka and Rai to his own. Izuku. Preorance girls are going to shoot, prepared, seeing that the angel was about to shoot. Asuka. Well, I cover them and perfect miss, you shoot. Izuku. There it comes, alarming everyone, and the angel shoots his ray and Asuka covers herself, and Izuku grabs the gun very tightly, and Rai was about to shoot, but Asuka could not resist anymore and falls next to Izuku, who deflects the gun shooting at some mountains, and the two get up. Isado. Damn, there are 2 shots left. Inko. Recant, guys, you can. Izuku. Well, now we have 2 shots, Asuka-chan, you grab the gun and I grab the shield, grabbing the shield. Ray. Here it comes. The angel shoots and Izuku covers the shield with all his strength, and he stepped back a little but couldn't take it anymore, and Mando was sent flying, causing Asuka to collide with the gun and deflect the shot. Ritsuko. Damn, his attack is very strong. Isado. And we have one more attack. Inko. Damn, and now what are we going to do, she said, something annoyed and worried, but Izuku came up with a plan. Izuku. I hope it works, he said, worried in case his plan didn't work and the mission was a failure. Asuka. Here it comes, screaming, super nervous, and the angel shoots, but suddenly Izuku opens the mouth of the Eva and activates the one for all at 80% and would throw a powerful blow that disperses the attack. Izuku. Now laugh, Chan, do it now, screaming super loud and from the pain. Isado. Fire, screaming and laughing, he shoots the gun and hits the angel's heart, but a lightning bolt hits Ray, causing it to fall and the capsule to leave the Eva, thus killing the angel. Izuku. Laugh, getting off the Eva and opening the door of the capsule and takes Ray out. Izuku. Ray T, are you okay, he said worriedly. Ray. Izuku, are you okay, she said worriedly, looking at Izuku's arms. Izuku. Rather, how are you, you feel fine. Ray. Rather, how are you, your arms. Izuku. That doesn't matter, what matters is that if you are okay, he said between tears. Ray. Why are you crying, Izuku, confused. Izuku. Why was I afraid that they would hurt you badly, he said between tears, and that's when they all arrive. Ritsuko. Quick, Izuku, get on the stretcher, we'll take you to the infirmary. Izuku. It's okay. Like that, getting on the stretcher. Asuka. Recover quickly, Izuku-kun, I hope you are okay, hugging him, and Izuku reciprocates the hug. Izuku. Thanks, Asuka-chan. That's how they took Izuku to the infirmary. Asuka-ray. What do I feel when I'm with Izuku? They are confused because when they were near Izuku they are filled with happiness and a huge smile appears on their faces. Chapter 7, Thanks, Izuku. Narrator. We see Izuku being bandaged and scolded by Misado, who was bandaging Izuku's arms, and his arms were already fixed. Misado. Izuku, silly, look what you did to your poor arms again, you used your quirk wrong, she said, half annoyed and bandaging Izuku. Izuku. I'm sorry, Misado, but I had to do something since I don't know what would have happened if that angel would still be alive, said calmly. Misado. It's okay, I understand you, but silly, look how you leave your poor hands. Izuku. I promise you, Misado, that I will improve my quirk, I promise, she said, smiling, blushing a little at Misado. Misado. Well, that will do, don't use your quirk again, you have to control it, or else you will break your arms over and over again. Izuku. I promise, Misado-chan, said, smiling, blushing at Misado. Misado. Well, let's go, Izuku, we have to go somewhere, half blushing. Izuku. It's okay, putting on his shirt and left with Misado, but Misado wanted to make a joke. He moves forward and shakes his hips a little and turns a little to see Izuku's reaction, but was surprised since Izuku was looking elsewhere and not looking at her ass, surprising her and stopping doing that. Izuku. And a question, Misado, where are we going, curious, seeing that she stopped shaking her hips and standing next to her. Misado. Well, Izuku, we are going to visit a marine crew that is very important since there are not only angels on Earth, but there are also aquatic ones. Izuku. Really, there are angels that live in the water, surprised. Misado. That's right, Izuku, they exist, and thanks to the Navy there are almost no more aquatic angels. I hope that today none comes and destroys our crew. Izuku. I hope nothing bad happens and that it doesn't attack us by surprise, a little nervous. Misado. Don't worry, Izuku-kun, we have a radar that senses the movements of an angel and we brought Asuka's Eva, so let's not worry about that. Izuku. Okay, Misado. So arriving a helicopter where they get on and Izuku and Masato get on and the two sit together. Inko. Okay, let's go. So taking off and Izuku was looking at the landscapes while talking about trivial things with Masato, and Masato realized that Izuku is not a pervert since Izuku always looked her in the eyes and not her breasts, and he was always attentive to everything she said, and Izuku asked her many questions about the angels and the Evans making Inko and Masato sweat drop. Masato. And that's why I'm part of Nerve Izuku. Izuku. That's good, but once something strong happened to him, well, if it's very personal it's okay if you don't tell me. Masato. Well, many years ago I was with your mother on a mission and suddenly an angel cuts my chest, but your mother killed him quickly and that's why I have a scar on my chest. Do you want to see her lifting her shirt a little? But Izuku stops her. Izuku. No, don't show it, he said, blushing, taking Masato's hands. Masato. It was a joke, Izuku, haha, laughing. Inko. We're here. Izuku. Wow, that's the navy that protects the sea, said, surprised. Masato. That's right, Izuku, and we're going to land. So landing and Izuku gets off the helicopter and look at that, I laughed, and Asuka was here too. Izuku. Asuka-chan, I laugh-chan are here too, he said, happy to see them. Asuka. You finally arrive, Izuku, and how are your arms? Izuku. Much better, I just need to be bandaged for a few days, and that's it. Ray. I hope you recover soon, Izuku. Izuku. Thanks, I laugh-chan. So this is the great son of Wing Captain Inko, for I finally meet the son of the great captain. Masato. Asuka. Kaji, surprised. Kaji. Hello, Masato, how are you? Asuka. Good to see you again. Masato. What is he doing here, upset? Kaji. Aren't you happy to see me smiling? Masato. Wouldn't it be? Kaji. Whatever, then you'll get over it. And Inko, what's your son's name? Izuku. I'm Izuku Midoriya, a pleasure, he said, bowing. Kaji. You don't have to be so nice, I'm Kaji, a friend of your mother, but go, let's get to know each other better, taking Izuku by the shoulders and taking him. Masato. Better there than following them, don't make him crown him and become arrogant like he said, annoyed. So they arrived at a table where Izuku and Kaji sat down and someone all. Asuka. Hey Kaji, how long do you plan to stay? Masato. I say never, said mockingly. Kaji. The truth is that I plan to stay in Nerve for a few months and then I'll leave, but anyway, I realized, Izuku, that you have a quirk. Izuku. Yes, I have, as he knew, curious. Kaji. By your bandages, tell me how your quirk works or what it's called. Izuku. It's called increased strength and it works like this. 5 minutes later. Izuku. And that's how my quirk works, explaining calmly, making almost everyone fall asleep. Kaji. Okay, that was interesting, yawning, but tell me how you became a pilot. Izuku. Well, because I helped in Nerve and that's why I'm a pilot, said, smiling. Masato. Also that Izuku is a real man, hugging Izuku, making Rai and Asuka a little jealous. Kaji. Okay, I congratulate you on entering Nerve, Izuku. Izuku. Thank you, Mr. Kaji. Kaji. Don't be so formal, Izuku, just tell me, Kaji. Izuku. Okay, Kaji. But suddenly they begin to hear a loud emergency alarm and look at the sea that begins to move in a strange way, and they see some tentacles and a big aquatic angel comes out. Izuku. Really, and now what are we going to do? Asuka. Don't worry, Izuku-kun, I'm going to take care of it. So he ran out and put on his suit. Asuka. Ready now, I'll adjust her suit. Izuku. Hey Asuka-chan, I feel like this is a bad idea. Please let me go instead of you going. Asuka. Calm down, Izuku-kun, I'll be fine, I'll go now. So the two ran to the Eva, but. Inko. They have to go after each other so that some of them can handle the Eva's parts. Asuka. Okay, Inko-sama, Izuku, are you coming with me? And Miss Perfect too put this on Izuku and laughed, giving him the same outfit she wore. Izuku. I'm already putting on his suit, adjusting it. Asuka. You look very handsome like that, Izuku, but he covers his mouth and would blush too much like Izuku. Izuku. Gra, thanks Asuka-chan, you also look very pretty too, super blushed, blushing too much to Asuka, making Rei jealous. Inko. I feel like Izuku will have 2 girlfriends, but it doesn't matter as long as the 3 of them are happy, and how good that they are my students that I consider as my daughters, whispering, okay guys, go up quickly. So the 3 of them went up. Asuka. Well, I'm going to activate it. Izuku. But how? Asuka. Easy, closing her eyes and started speaking in German and. Izuku is activated. How I would like to speak German like you, Asuka. Asuka. If you want I will give you some private lessons whenever you want, Izuku. Izuku. Okay. Inko. Already go. So the Eva fell into the sea and began to dive to the bottom where the boys could not see anything. Rei. But where is she? Confused. Asuka. Izuku-kun, do you see something? Izuku. I do not see anything trying to see, but the bottom of the sea was super dark. Asuka. Let's swim a little, I laughed. Control your feet, and Izuku-kun begins to row with your hands, and I watch that he does not come. Izuku. Okay. So swimming, rising a little to the surface, and they could not see anything. Asuka. But where she is super worried, but Izuku began to feel a kind of pulse that was like a kind of radars and felt that something moved to the left and look, and in that the angel collides with them, causing the boys to fall. Izuku. Girls are okay. Ray. Yes Izuku, but seeing that the angel was no longer there. Izuku. Let's see Asuka, let me control it now, I know as if where it comes from taking control. Asuka. And where is Izuku now, nervous-kun? Izuku. Silence now, I need the silence to see where. Asuka is and laugh, they shut up and Izuku concentrates and grabs his gun and opens his eyes and starts shooting in front, hurting the angel. Izuku. I already have you, damn, shooting more, and Izuku moved and stopped. Asuka. Now where is Izuku? Oh no, shooting to the right, hurting his jaw, making him bleed too much and run away. Asuka. Haha, silly angel, you couldn't beat the Wonder Team, we are the best, 3 great, said mockingly. Izuku. Well, I think it's over, but he feels something. Ray. What's wrong Izuku? Izuku. Not there. Suddenly the angel bites the top of the Eva, making Asuka's head hurt a lot, and she grabs it and Izuku shoots, making the angel run away, but leaving the Eva destroyed with leaks. So much water got in and the kids tried everything to breathe, but there was no oxygen. Izuku. Breathe deeply, girls, like that, everyone breathe, but by mistake Asuka releases her oxygen, causing her to panic, and Izuku approaches Asuka and gives her a kiss, causing Asuka to turn super red because Izuku was kissing her and Izuku was giving her oxygen, and Asuka by mistake touches Izuku's tongue with her tongue, causing them to blush even more, and the two separate and were going to go to the surface, but the angel attacks Eva, causing Asuka to crash against a part of the Eva and faints, and Izuku gets upset and starts shooting at the angel until the angel collides with the nerve and also laughs and hits herself and faints, and Izuku gets angry and shoots everything at the angel until by mistake the angel gets into her mouth and Izuku shoots for a long time, so the angel dies and Izuku began to swim to the surface and they arrived. Isado. There she is, seeing that Izuku broke the Eva's head and took a big jump and leave Asuka on the ground and laugh. Izuku. There, no, Asuka, calm down, starting to pump her stomach and giving her mouth-to-mouth resuscitation. This continued for a few seconds and Asuka begins to vomit a lot of water. Izuku. Help Asuka, I will help Rai. So Izuku began to pump Rai's stomach and gave her mouth-to-mouth resuscitation until Rai begins to vomit water, saving both of them. Rai. Izuku. Izuku. Calm down, you're fine now, he said, smiling and hugging her and carrying her and puts her on the stretcher, and also Asuka. Asuka. Thank you very much Izuku-kun for saving my life, he said, shedding tears and giving her a kiss on the cheek. Izuku. You don't have to thank me now, you'll be fine, he said, smiling and shedding tears. So they took Asuka and Rai to the infirmary in a helicopter. Kaji. You are a real man. Izuku. Thank you very much, Kaji. Isado. You did well Izuku, congratulations, hugging Izuku. Izuku. Thanks Misado. Inko. You fill me with pride, Izuku, giving him a hug. Izuku. Thanks mom. So Izuku received praise from the entire crew. Chapter 8, We Love You, Izuku. Narrator. After Asuka and Rain were hospitalized due to the strong blow they received to the head, and Izuku was very worried because it had been 3 days since they were hospitalized, and Izuku always went to visit them to see how they were and gave them small details like chocolates or balloons, and they liked those details from Izuku. And what does our green-haired guy do now? Izuku's pav. Izuku was sleeping in Asuka's bed and Asuka caresses his hair and Izuku wakes up. Asuka. Izuku, go home, you should rest, you've come here a lot. Izuku. I can't help it, I want to see how they are since I want to see their smile again. Ray. Calm down Izuku, tomorrow they will discharge us. Izuku. I'm glad about that, but now I have to go because I have to train, goodbye girls. Asuka Irie. Goodbye Izuku-kun. The next day. We see Asuka in the bathroom cleaning her hands after doing her needs. Asuka. I think I like Izuku, one of these days I'll tell him the truth, she said sincerely, since she had fallen in love with Izuku, since for everything he did for her that made Asuka fall in love so much, even Izuku broke his arms for her and leaves the bathroom and goes to an elevator and opens it, finding Rai. Asuka. Hello Miss Perfect. Ray. Hello, seriously, and Asuka comes in. Ray. What do you think you're doing today? Asuka. Well, I don't know, I think train a little, then invite Izuku to, I don't know, to go for ice cream or go shopping or go to the movies or have a good time, she said sincerely. Ray. Tell me one thing you like Izuku, right? Asuka. And we're not just friends and best friends, maybe friends can't go out, she said blushing. Ray. Yes or no it would be and a little upset. Asuka. Yes, because when I got to know him well I realized that he's not a pervert or anything like that, he's a very good person, and he's very kind and cute, and he's a chivalrous person, besides he saved us and gave me my first kiss there, how much I love him, she said in love and blushing and laughed. She looks at her. It would be. Asuka. What's wrong, but she realizes something, don't tell me that you also like Izuku. Ray. Nods it would be and upset. Ray. I love Izuku and you think that he would love you because of how immature you are, she said it would be. Asuka. Hey, I won't let you take my Izuku away from me. I'll try to make sure he's not your boyfriend. Ray. No, if I beat you first and keep you away from Izuku forever. Asuka. What do you mean you'll beat me? No, stupid. I'll be Izuku's girlfriend and he'll be the father of my children. Furious. Ray. Yes, of course. All your children are just as immature and idiots as you. Asuka. What did you say angrily? Ray. The horrible truth that will happen to Izuku. I can't finish because Asuka slaps him hard. Asuka. Listen to me stupid, you won't beat me so easily, this is war that I will win, angry and leaving. The next day we see Izuku already changed since he was finishing training, but Asuka arrives. Asuka. Hey Izuku-kun. Izuku. What's wrong Asuka-chan? Asuka. Do you want to go later, I don't know, to see a movie with me or go for some ice cream? Izuku. Like a date, but a date with friends, said blushing. Asuka. Sure Izuku, if you want or not, he said with an adorable face. Izuku. Okay, since I have nothing to do after a while. Asuka. Yes, okay, at 5:30 we leave. Ray. I also want to go see the movie. Asuka. No need, I only have 2 tickets for the two of us. Ray. Calm down, I buy my ticket. Izuku. Okay, and I buy the popcorn. Narrator. Izuku put on a white shirt and black pants and black Vans with a white stripe, the classic ones. Asuka had a little yellow dress and some yellow and black plaid Vans, and Rai had a blue sweater and some blue pants and some white and blue Adidas for him. Izuku. How cute you look, girl said smiling. Asuka. Thanks Izuku-kun, giving him a kiss on the cheek, blushing him, and Rai also gave a kiss on the cheek to Izuku, blushing him even more. Izuku. Boo 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 boo, well let's go once and for all, he said smiling, blushing. Asuka. Yes, Izuku. So Izuku, Rai and Asuka were changing quietly, but Asuka kept looking at Rai to see if he wasn't doing anything wrong, but she realized that she was getting very attached to Izuku, and also Asuka was getting attached to Izuku, and they arrived at the cinema. Izuku. Well, what do you want, girls? Asuka. Some chocolates, Izuku. Izuku. Okay, and you, Rai? Rai. Some large popcorn. Izuku. And a question, which one are we going to see, curious? Asuka. That one, pointing at the dessert of the movie, that was the one, Jurassic World Dominion. Izuku. Wow, really is the movie I was always waiting for, thank you very much. Asuka hugs Asuka, which she reciprocates. Asuka. It was nothing Izuku, I'm glad to see you happy, watching Rai mockingly. Ray. Well, let's see it. Izuku. Okay. So the three of them went in to watch the movie, and Asuka sits next to Izuku and Rai next to Asuka, but the commercials passed and Rai saw that there was no one next to the right of Izuku. Ray. Izuku, can I sit here, Izuku, since I want to watch the movie like this? Izuku. Sure. So Rai sat next to Izuku and Asuka wanted to scream from anger, and Rai put on a small mocking smile, and so the movie passed, but Asuka and Rai put their heads on Izuku's shoulder, and while she imagined a life with Izuku, and suddenly an idea came to her like this ending the movie, and the girls went to the bathroom after watching the movie. Asuka. Well, what do you want to talk about? Rai. We know that we both love the same man and we love him very much, right? Asuka. Yes. Rai. What will happen to you if we share it? Asuka. Okay, but do you think they will accept us? Rai. Please laugh, we are talking about Izuku. Asuka. Okay. So the three of them went to Izuku's house, and the three of them will be, and the girls take Izuku to his room where they throw him onto the bed. Asuka. Izuku, there is something that we have always wanted to tell you, is that? Rai. Asuka. We love you, Izuku, and we decided to share you. Izuku. Seriously, girls, blushing. Asuka laugh. Of course Izuku, we love you. Izuku. I don't know how to react, said blushing. Asuka laugh. Don't talk anymore. So starting to kiss Izuku and Asuka and Rei begin to take off Izuku's clothes and they begin to take off their clothes and Asuka was the first to start riding Izuku and she jumped while crying from the pain since it was her first time and she was bleeding a lot until Izuku came and laughed, she touched him and laughed, she jumped very hard on Izuku which made her bleed a lot until Izuku came. Thus having her unforgettable first time. Chapter 9. The Horrible Truth, A Family Day. Narrator. We see Izuku, Asuka and Rei sleeping peacefully, but Asuka and Rei had a big smile since they finally had Izuku all to themselves and only for them and now they were super happy because now they are Izuku's girlfriends and even more since they felt that Inko would approve of their relationship and the three of them were sleeping peacefully until the three of them began to wake up little by little and they wake up completely and Asuka and Rei see Izuku and give him a kiss of pure love which he reciprocates and they separate with a thread of saliva. Rei. Good morning love. Izuku. Good morning Rei love giving him a kiss. Asuka. Guten Morgen Lieb. Izuku. What? Asuka. Good morning love German said smiling, wow little Izuku already had his first time so much that he enjoyed it he said flirtatiously. Izuku. It was my first time he said blushing. Rei. Wait do you mean you never had hex with the fat girl surprised? Izuku. No never since always she was going to I don't know where with other men. Asuka. Haha poor idiot that Uraraka what she missed the great man you are she said mockingly. Rei. Calm down love that bitch will never know the great man you are she said smiling. Izuku. Thanks love well there we stop to have breakfast. Asuka Rei. Okay love but can you help us stop since our legs hurt they both said. Izuku. Okay. So Izuku stands up puts on his pants and shirt and puts her dress on Asuka and her clothes on Rei and carries them since he could hold them both and they go to the living room where the three are horrified to see Inko. Izuku. Mom said with fear. Inko. And well are you going to explain to me why many loud noises were heard in your room until 3 in the morning super serious but inside I was happy for Izuku. Izuku. Mom we can explain it. Asuka. Yes Inko-san we can explain it to you since we truly love Izuku. Rei. Yes Inko-sama if we love him very much seriously and we were tempted so we did it. Izuku. Yes mom is that we got the urge and that's why we did it they said with fear. Inko. Yes my son is already a man and besides I have my 2 daughters-in-law who are my students screaming super happy. Izuku. Mom blushed as well as Asuka and laughed. Inko. Sorry it's just that I'm very happy that you finally have girlfriends who love you and besides they are my students my daughters their son I'm very happy said super happy hugging the 3. Asuka. Then you approve of our relationship Inko-sama surprised. Inko. Of course I approve daughter since I knew that you were the ones for Izuku said happily. Rei. We promise that we will always love him, Inko said smiling. Inko. Congratulations I hope everyone is happy. Asuka laughed. Thanks mom Inko said happily. Eerie. Finally those coyotes left since 3 in the morning they were howling super loud sleepy going to the kitchen and sits at the table blushing at 3. 2 weeks later. We see Izuku training super hard running through a small field in the forest and he was training the one for all since he wanted to master it to the maximum and he was running in circles and taking big jumps and throwing big smash causing many trees to fly away that Ritsuko arrives Ritsuko. Izuku but Izuku wasn't listening, hey Izuku. Izuku. Hey stopping, yes what's wrong Miss Ritsuko? Ritsuko. Come with me please hugging him by the shoulders and they went to the base. Izuku. What's wrong Miss Ritsuko did I do something wrong? Ritsuko. No nothing Izuku pressing the elevator button where it goes up. Izuku. Yes it's because of the tree sorry it's that I was training my quirk to improve it sorry but I can grow new ones Ritsuko. No Izuku you are not in trouble nor are they in trouble so calm down Izuku-kun do not worry just come with me. Izuku. It's fine but I feel like I'm in trouble. So Ritsuko and Izuku arrive at a room where Misato, Rai, Asuka, Inko and Kaji were. Kaji. Finally you find it. Misato. Izuku get into this room calm down we will not do anything to you just come in. Izuku. Okay coming in. Ritsuko. Tell me Izuku tell me about your quirk how they work and everything. Misato. In a few simple words with a drop of sweat. Izuku. Well my quirk works by percentages I can use 20 or 70 but the maximum number is 100 that's why I train why curious I feel scanned by a light. Ritsuko. Wow surprised. Izuku. What's wrong confused. Kaji. Congratulations, Izuku said smiling. Izuku. Why confused? Ritsuko. For this showing his screen surprised Izuku since he was seeing the percentage of 100%. Izuku. Wow I already mastered 100% surprised. Asuka. Congratulations love, you already mastered your quirk, well said smiling. Izuku. Wow, surprised and happy, thank you very much for this news. Inko. Now son, you can be a great hero for everyone, said happily. So spending a quiet day celebrating why Izuku already mastered 100% of One for All until the night where the three were walking until they arrived at Inko's house, since Inko went to do something. Ray. Eri, we arrived entering taking off their blue vans. Eri. Yes mommies, daddy. Izuku. Wait, what did you call us? Surprised, leaving Eri in shock. Eri. Pppppppp, sorry, it just came out of nowhere, sorry it just came out, I didn't know what I said, sorry, with fear, but Asuka and Rai and Izuku crouched down to Eri's height and hug her tightly. I laughed. Calm down my beautiful girl, we really like that you call us that, said smiling. Izuku. Calm down my beautiful princess, we don't mind that you call us that, rather we like that you call us that, said smiling. Asuka. If you consider us your mothers and Izuku your father, then we will consider you our daughter. Izuku. And we will love you very much. I laughed. And we will take care of you my beautiful girl, they said smiling as Eri begins to cry with happiness at having a new family she had. Eri. Thank you moms, thank you dad, she said through tears, hugging the three tightly. Narrator. A year had passed where Izuku already mastered all the powers of the carriers such as whips, floating, radar, smokescreen, and Izuku already mastered them 100%, and in this year Izuku and the girls went to move to their new house for them alone, they already wanted to live together, that's why they had their own house, and in this year nothing happened, only a few angel attacks, but Izuku and his girlfriends defeated them easily, and this year Izuku's friends always looked for proof of Izuku's innocence and wanted to see him in Tartarus, but the guards always told them that he didn't want to see them or that he was training, and all that happened in a year. Now our families. Asuka and Eri were playing Just Dance 2022 while Rai was cooking and Izuku was training with his Eva. Asuka. Okay, daughter, here goes another song, get ready. Eri. Yes, mommy. So Eri and Asuka were dancing to the choreography that the game told them, thus winning 100 points. Asuka. Okay, here goes another song, get ready. Eri. Yes. Ray. Dinner is ready. Asuka. Wait, just this song, and that's it, okay, get ready Eri. Thus beginning the song. So winning 1000 points in the game. Asuka. Yes, we did it, daughter, carrying her and lifting her up, that's when Izuku arrives. Izuku. Hello, I'm here, closing the door. Eri. You finally arrived, dad, hugging her legs, and Izuku carries his daughter. Asuka. Hello love, giving her a kiss. Izuku. Hello love, the good thing is that I left quickly, he said smiling. Laugh. Dinner is ready, calling everyone. Izuku. Let's go love. So the four were having dinner quietly. Izuku. And what do you want to do today, my love's eating? Asuka. Well, the truth is, why don't we go see the one from the Super Pet League, since they say it's super good. Izuku. Well okay, since I have nothing to do in a while. Laugh. How good, finally we will go out as a family, said smiling. Asuka. Well, in the meantime I'm going to play Just Dance, let's go. Eri finished dinner. Eri. Yes mom. So our family finished dinner and were quietly watching TV, but suddenly the transfer is cut off. Izuku. Others, it's raining. I laughed. Yes, lately it has been raining super hard. Asuka. No guys, look, pointing at the TV where you see All for One there. Izuku. Don't tell me he's going to say that I was always innocent, but I want to see what they're going to say, paying attention. Afo. Hello to all the heroes, how are you, have missed me after a year, right, well, I'll get to the point, do you remember the hero Deku, right, he said calmly, making everyone angry. Afo. Well, since you remembered that I would tell you that he was never the traitor of the UA, he said smiling, making everyone confused. I know you don't want to believe me, but here is our montage. So showing a video where you see Toga taking Izuku's blood, becoming Izuku, and how twice created the clones of Shigaraki and Izuku. This made everyone surprised and they begin to cry inconsolably why they betrayed an innocent hero. Afo. They see all this with their own eyes. Japan, their supposed friends and their supposed heroes betrayed someone innocent who was never the traitor of the UA. Shigaraki. Even if you're watching this, hero Deku, where are you, since when we went to your cell you were no longer there, we will find you, he said seriously. Afo. You know, if we will find him we will convince him to join us anyway, goodbye, ending the transmission, leaving everyone super sad, especially Aleua, where everyone was crying why they betrayed their friend, and more Uraraka, since she was unfaithful to Izuku all this time. Everyone was crying, except Izuku's true friends, who were super happy that Izuku's innocence was finally discovered. Izuku. I'm not surprised, I already knew this would happen, he said half seriously. Asuka. Well, at least you are safe now, and you are happy thanks to us, he said smiling, snuggling into Izuku's left arm. Izuku. Thanks dear. Narrator. So our family was changing. Izuku had a long sleeve button-down shirt with black and white plaid black pants and some black and white Adidas for him and leaves the room. Izuku. Ready my loves, I'm already preparing, but she would blush for what she was seeing. Asuka with a yellow dress and some Vans with a yellow and black checkered pattern, and I laughed with a black dress and some black Vans with black and grey checkered patterns. Asuka laughed. Do you like Izuku taking a walk? Izuku. Yes, I like something, blushed. Eerie. We're going moms, Dad said, smiling with his luck white and some dark blue pants and some completely white Nike Air Force One. Izuku. Yes daughter, let's go. So our family was leaving their house where they went down the elevator of the apartments that was something big, the apartments, until they got to the bottom and got into their black Mini Cooper and Izuku was driving. Asuka. Can I put on a song? Izuku. Izuku. Sure. Playing Blackpink by Pink Venom. Asuka. What a good song Blackpink released. Izuku. Good song, ha, I'll show you what a good song is. Omiendo Num by Linkin Park. On this channel we love Linkin Park and we were sad when Chester died. Asuka. You really like those songs, who listens to Linkin Park in 2022? Izuku. More respect for Chester, thanks to him I really like Linkin Park. Asuka. Well, at least you're not one of those idiots who think their gang members are drug addicts and think they're a dangerous person with those kinds of songs. Ray. Now it's my turn to play Industry Baby by Lil Nas X. Izuku. A question. I laughed. He is gay. I laughed. Yes, why? Asuka. Ah, no wonder they always see him with other men. Izuku. Wow, how gay. So arriving at a square where they entered, since there was a cinema where they were walking quietly until they arrived at the cinema. Izuku. Very well, they want to see it in 4D or IMAX. Asuka. In 4D since they say it feels great since the chairs move and take out water and wind. Izuku. Okay. I laughed. And I'm going to get the popcorn. Izuku. Okay love. So Izuku goes to the box office. Employee. Hello friend, what movie do you want to see? Izuku. Hello, give me 4 tickets for the Super Pet League for 4D for the back seats. Employee. Izuku. And we are not going to do that, besides we brought a little girl, he said blushing. Employee. It was a joke, friend giving him his tickets, enjoy the show. Izuku. Thanks, taking the tickets and going with the girls where Asuka and Rei and Yuri were spinning in the rotating chairs. Izuku. Ready more loves, I already got the tickets for the movie. Rei. Let's go quickly then. Thus entering the room that was super dark where they sit and the movie begins where the chairs were moving all the time. The truth is that I really like that movie, watch it, it's good. Thus ending the movie where our family was in the car and Yuri was asleep on Asuka's legs while she caressed her hair until they got to her house. They went up the elevator and went to her apartment where they arrived. They went to bed, Yuri in her room where they covered her up and kissed her on the forehead and go to her room where Asuka and Rei throw him onto the bed. Lemon skipped. So having a passionate night full of kisses and lots of hex. Chapter 10 Izuku vs All for One. Narrator. We see Izuku leave a lair where he goes out to see what was happening since they were in the middle of the apocalypse where many died and others hide to be safe. Asuka. There's something out there, Izuku confused. Izuku. Green light, you can go out but you have to act quickly. Where are those who bring the merchandise? Seriously looking at the landscape. Inko. Let's go quickly, they may be waiting for us, loading their weapon, keeping it in their black cape. Izuku. Okay, loading his weapon, keeping it in his brown trench coat where Asuka and the others come out putting on a mask and everyone gets into a half-destroyed truck and Izuku starts driving. Masato. I hope they will open quickly since I see some angels in the distance looking through the broken windows. Izuku. Yes, driving. Haji. We need those weapons and those bullets. Rei. Maybe those people already have it all. Ritsuko. I still miss Eri, sad. Asuka. I too, it is the worst thing in life losing a daughter, sad. Rei. Calm down, we will get revenge on them. Asuka. Okay. Izuku. We have arrived. Entering a desert base where everyone leaves. Izuku. Here they come. At that many trucks arrive quickly where they park and a man gets out and approaches Izuku. Izuku. You have it. Mobster. First the money and then I'll give you everything. Izuku. Here, giving him some bills. Mobster. This way, follow me, but you enter only, you not them seriously, and Izuku and the mobster enter a trailer where Izuku sees a large box. Mobster. Here are the anti-quirk bullets, there are many, like 500 anti-quirk bullets. Wow, your daughter had too much blood. Izuku. Shut up stupid, open it seriously, and the mobster opens the box where Izuku looks out where he was in shock since there was nothing but he feels a gun in his fort. Mafioso. I'm sorry. At that, many guards come out of the shadows and surround the area. Soldiers. Get down on the ground, everyone, get down quickly on the ground. At that, Asuka and the others get on their backs and knees. Asuka laughed. Goodbye my love. At that, the guards start shooting at Asuka and the others, killing everyone and burning their bodies. Izuku. No, screaming super loud and Izuku starts shooting at the mobster and the guard and leaves the trailer. Izuku. Die sons of bitch Seiya screaming super loud and shooting some guards where they all rushed on him and Izuku's gun runs out of bullets and begins to hit the soldiers who were with his strength since All For One took the one for all from him and more guards arrived to shoot Izuku in the shoulder causing him to scream in pain and one buries a knife in his stomach causing him to scream very loud. Izuku. Sons of bitch Seiya screaming super loud being knocked to the ground by many soldiers and one hits him so hard that he faints. 1 hour later. Izuku. Waking up suddenly, where am I Asuka, I laughed loves Mistreated super worried and sore. At that a man goes down where Izuku was who was none other than the All For One soldiers, they kneel down in a sign of respect and Shigaraki goes towards him. Izuku. You damn bastard trying to get rid of the chains and All For One stands in front of him and takes off his mask making Izuku very angry. All For One. You know the villains will never die, why do you think there are so many of us what a shame the heroes are already extinct, it's a shame that he ends your life by putting his hand on Izuku's chest. All For One. Goodbye Izuku Midori or better known as the hero Deku activating his quirk. Izuku. No AI is screaming heartbreakingly. But suddenly Izuku wakes up looks to the side and sees none other than Yoichi Shigaraki. Yoicho. Izuku listen Izuku is AFO he is the key you must stop him soon, you must kill Tamura Shigaraki now All For One or they will control the angels you have to stop them come on Izuku, you must kill them screaming super loud as he faded away. Izuku. Screaming in surprise and waking up suddenly while grabbing his chest, seeing that it was night and Izuku sees that there was no one and gets up and goes to his room, seeing that his girlfriends were sleeping peacefully, something that made him smile and goes to Iri's room, seeing that she was asleep while hugging a stuffed animal of the same one that Inko gave to her making her smile, and Izuku goes to the living room where he grabs his cell phone and starts dialing someone and Masato answers. Masato. Hello Izuku said happily. Izuku. Hello Masato-chan how are you? Masato. Super well Izuku-kun I'm working on your Eva since it has some problems, but minor ones that are not that important and tell me Izuku why do you call me? Izuku. You are still at the base right? Masato. Yes of course. Izuku. I need to talk to you and my mother and Mr. Ikari. Masato. Sounds something serious I will wait for you and I will call Inko. Izuku. Thanks Masato hanging up. Kaji. Who was hugging Masato from behind. Masato. What do you care idiot letting go of the hug going with Inko. 20 minutes later. Izuku and Inko and Masato were in an elevator. Inko. Why do you want to talk to Ikari Izuku confused. Izuku. About something that maybe we avoid or that we act quickly and not take long. Masato. What are you talking about Izuku? Izuku. You'll see. Thus opening the elevator where they arrived at a large room where Izuku walks first. Izuku. Mr. Ikari. Ikari. Yes Izuku serious with his typical hand pose. Izuku. Can I talk to you is about something very important that maybe if we act quickly, maybe we will not avoid an apocalypse of angels and villains. Ikari. I hear you. Izuku. See All For One he has more than one quirk since he has the quirk to steal well, the point is that he has a quirk called Control, since when it was the fight of Almight and he was there to rescue a partner of mine and saw that he activated a quirk that controlled the Nomus and paid attention to them in conclusion, we have to kill All For One, since if he discovers the angels he may control them and create an army of angels to make the apocalypse super serious. That left everyone silent and shocked since Izuku was absolutely right, since All For One can control the angels if he sees them. Ikari. Yes I understand you, but remember that All For One is immortal and always regenerates quickly, since his powers are somewhat powerful since he can never die, I don't know what to do. Masato. What if we send him a big bomber in Eva? Inko. But since the Eva needs a pilot. Izuku. I could be the pilot. Inko. Are you sure Izuku since this would be something dangerous for you? Izuku. Calm down mom I will be super fine since I will always be safe said smiling. Masato. Then let our plan start today, since now those two are fighting showing his phone seeing that All Might and All For One were fighting. Izuku. Let's go quickly. 1 hour later. Izuku. Ready defective pilot ready but Masato, why did you give me this Eva so destroyed seeing that the Eva was super destroyed and some pieces were falling. Ritsuko. It is the Eva that we found since if we use yours you could die since they are both connected. Izuku. No wonder when he fought with the angels they always hurt where they hit me. Masato. Good Izuku, you already have the bomb. That bomb is super powerful that will not only kill him, but will kill everyone around him, so you have to take All for One far away, so as not to kill anyone there. Izuku. Understood, taking control. Ritsuko. Good luck Izuku. Izuku. Thank you Miss Ritsuko. So Izuku goes outside. Kozo. I feel like the boy will end the era of All for One. Meanwhile with All Might. All Might. Detroit smash, throwing a powerful smash that breaks his arm, making him become super skinny and spit blood, and Afo was as if nothing. Afo? Ha, this is incredible. All Might, you are supposed to be the symbol of peace, by the way. Where is your successor to help you, he said mockingly. All Might. Shut up, I don't know where it is, he said sadly. Afo? What a shame, but when I found it I'm going to try to get him to join me, he said smiling. Shigaraki. Finally the era of All Might will end now. Afo? Goodbye. All Might growing his arm and throws it, but Izuku stops it with the Eva and sends it far away. All. But seeing the Eva. Urko. Damn, a furious super Nomu while bleeding from her head. Honk. No wait, it looks like one of us. Endeavor. I hope it's not a bad tired Nomu. Todoroki. What is that? Momo. It looks like a transformer. Afo. Who are you, he said seriously. Izuku. Good, and now that I have your attention, speaking through the microphone in his ear. Ritsuko. You have to take him away since there are some heroes nearby. Izuku. Okay, starting to move the Eva and began to attack him. Afo. Do you want to fight? Then let's fight, pouncing on Izuku, giving him a super punch in the front of the Eva, breaking his jaw. Izuku. Thanks Miss Ado-chan for not allowing me to go with my Eva, he said, scared, seeing his jaw that was somewhat open. Miss Ado. You're welcome Izuku, now take him away. Kozo. The boy is not afraid of anything, but how strange, the heroes who are there are super scared of All for One. Inko. It's that he always wanted to be a hero, that's why he is not afraid of anything, seeing Izuku. Izuku. Well, I'm already far away, and now that he is destroying the Eva, seeing that All for One was destroying all the Eva in the stomach. Isado. Open the mouth of the Eva. Izuku. Yes, opening the mouth of the Eva, making the liquid come out of there. Afo. Now yes, going like this to the mouth where Izuku throws the bomb that sticks to his smokin. Izuku. Goodbye, shooting out of the escape capsule, and Afo looks at the big bomb. Afo. Perhaps this is a. And that a super mega huge explosion is heard everywhere, making a huge airwave, and the explosion almost reaches the League of Villains, where Kurogiri took Shigaraki, and the League and Izuku falls to the side of the forest. While watching the big explosion, there is no longer an explosion, and showing a small pool of blood and a huge hole, thus killing All for One, and thus killing his reign. Izuku. Mission accomplished, screaming super happy. Nerve. Yissy, screaming super happy and hugging each other. Isado. Izuku did it, he did it by hugging Ritsuko and Inko. Inko. You did it, my baby, you did it. Kozo. Wow, All for One is already dead. The boy surprised me. Izuku. I did it, he said, smiling and lying down. Urko. Is there someone there? Honk. Show yourself a villain or a hero. Izuku. Damn, running away with One for All at its maximum. Chapter 11. Heroes vs Angels. Narrator. The days would pass in which everyone was confused, since All for One had just died with a great explosion that killed him super fast, and what had them super thoughtful was who was driving the robot, but what they were wondering is why he helped them these days. Nerve made a great celebration for Izuku, since he ended a great threat that had everyone with some fear, since All for One could control an angel with just a massive control quirk, and Izuku was super happy to see All for One defeated and avenge all the previous carriers of One for All, and even better, that many people supported Izuku in his plan, but Asuka and Rai punished him with a lot of hex, since that made them worry a lot, but Izuku did not care, and these days everyone was looking for Izuku, since they did not know where he was. They looked in every corner, but nothing, and Uraraka left Iida to return again with Izuku to be her boyfriend again, and they also helped in the search for Izuku, and these days the heroes always tried to find what the robot was, but they found nothing, and what do they do now? Well. All the heroes were gathered at Endeavor's agency, where they were going to talk about something very important. Izawa. Well, we are already here gathered, tell us what this meeting is for. Seriously. Endeavor. Well, what happened a few days ago with the robot and All for One? I was investigating and discovered something. Ryukyu. What a thing. In that, Endeavor puts an image of Izuku leaving the Eva. Urko. Yes, it is an escape capsule, and what? Endeavor. That the robot that was there was handled by someone. Why do you think he abandoned it, and even worse, he left without a trace? Mount Lady. And that he did a good job in finishing off All for One. Endeavor. Well, the point is that we have to catch him to see if he is colluding with a league of villains, since it can be dangerous, and even more so for him to tell us how he made that bomb and that robot, and to tell us information about how he did all this. Midnight. Don't count on me because why capture a guy who killed the greatest enemy of all heroes, anyway, hypocrisy. Endeavor. It's not hypocrisy, I just want to know everything about him since not even the government or anywhere else, but there you have to know what he's up to, since that robot is something that not even we who are heroes have. Seriously, seeing the image. At that, everything starts to shake a little. Mineta. An earthquake. Akugu. Maybe a strong Nomu. Beast genes. Let's go quickly and see what happens. At that, everyone goes out and saw in the distance an angel who was walking super strong and was heading towards the city. Mountain Lady. He's mind-grabbing giant and going for the angel, but the angel grabs her and sends her away, and all the heroes go towards the angel, and Endeavor began to create several fireballs that go to the angel, but did not stop him, and Todoroki makes a huge pillar of ice, thinking that he would stop him, but the angel breaks it like you nothing. Midnight. Kamui, let's go fast. Kamui Woods. Yes, get on my back. So Kamui Woods and Midnight go on top of the angel and that Midnight breaks her heroine suit taking out her scent, but great was her surprise that she did not fall asleep, she just kept walking. Midnight. How impossible, shock taking out more of her scent. Kamui Woods. I hope it works taking out many branches that grab him, but they quickly break and continue walking. Midnight. Damn, go to sleep taking out more of his scent, breaking his suit taking out more of his scent. Momo. But what's happening? Hiroshima. I don't know, but there we have to put him to sleep now. Jiru. Yeah, Momo, create some serums that put that thing. Momo. I'm already creating purple serums. Todoroki. Damn, it's coming to the city creating a huge pillar of ice. Akugu. Well done, half and half, I'm already creating big explosions propelling himself with them while he had the whammy. Akugu. Sleep, son of a bitch, and never wake up throwing the whammy, but to his greatest surprise the angel takes it, but not the whammy effect. Mineta. Aye, he's already crying throwing many balls at the angel's feet, but he kept walking calmly, Mountain Lady, and Midnight tried to stop him. And that a big blow sends the angel far away. Asuka. Ha 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 ha, along with time for fun time to die, angel cracking his neck. Isado. Well, Izuku now. And that Izuku gets out of the Eva and takes out too many black whips, something that Rai takes advantage of and punches him in the ribs, and Asuka punches him that sends him crashing into a mountain. Endeavor. Seriously, more robots. Todoroki. At least they're on our side. Asuka. Very well, love, take out all your whips. And that Izuku makes some huge black whips that tie up the angel who was trying to move, but Izuku's whips were stronger, and Rei takes advantage of that and shoots the angel in the chest, making him die instantly, and Izuku falls in an epic way, and the girls get out of the Evas and open Izuku. Asuka. We did it, love said happily, giving Izuku a kiss. Rei. Yes, we did it, love, giving Izuku a kiss. Isado. Good job, guys, now there to clean up this mess. Izuku. Good that there was only one, good that we arrived on time. All. Midoriya Deku-kun Izuku. Chapter 12. Unpleasant Reunion. Everyone. Midoriya Deku-kun Izuku. Izuku turns around and sees his entire class who were looking at him super surprised, and some were shedding tears of happiness. Izuku. Hello, greeting everyone, and his true friends run to him and hug him very tightly, while some were shedding tears. Akugu. Shitty nerd, where the hell were you, we were looking for you every day. Hiroshima. You're finally back, bro. Todoroki. I'm glad you're finally back again, Izuku. Jiru. You're finally back, Izuku. Momo. You're finally with us, Izuku. Sai. I'm glad you're finally back with us, they said, happy to see their best friend back. Izuku. Me too, guys, to see you again, she said, smiling, hugging everyone. Uraraka. Oh, love, approaching Izuku, but Asuka and Rai stand on Izuku's side and push her away from him. Asuka. Stay away from him, it would be. Uraraka. What's wrong with you, I'm going to say hello to my boyfriend. Asuka. Oh, I see you are Chako Uraraka, right, he said, would it be? Uraraka. Yes, I am his girlfriend and future wife. At that moment I laughed, approaches her and gives a hard slap to Uraraka, making her fall to the ground, surprising everyone. Uraraka. Hey stupid, what's wrong with you, angry and grabbing her cheek tightly. I laughed. You are a damn unfortunate pig, how could you cheat on Izuku, and on top of that slapping him again they throw her to the ground, with his best friend, I feel like you cheated on him with more than 1,000 men, right, super would it be? Uraraka. And what do you care, stupid, angry. Asuka. I laughed. Why are we his girlfriends, they said it would be. Everyone. Wait. Uraraka. They lie, they just want to joke and play along with my Deku-kun. Asuka. No stupid if we are his girlfriends look giving him a kiss and laughing joins the kiss, leaving everyone shocked. Asuka. You see damn pig we are his girlfriends and you are just a village prostitute. Uraraka. What? Asuka. A cheap prostitute angry. Izuku. What he meant is that you are a cheap prostitute seriously. Uraraka. How dare you was going to hit him but Izuku stops him and sends her away. Izuku. With my girlfriends nobody messes seriously. Isado. Better go Izuku they already picked up the dead angel. Kamui Woods. Hey you. Izuku. What but Kamui Woods put some handcuffs on him. Kamui Woods. You are arrested for intervening in our work and for using your quirk without a license and for having destroyed almost a forest. Mirko. Hey stupid what do you think you are doing he helped us a lot with that thing, besides I don't see the reason to arrest him he said it would be to kick the handcuffs off. Kamui Woods. I know but he has information that he doesn't want to share with us. Izuku. It will be because it is classified he said seriously. Iida. Are you going to tell us everything about this now super angry? Isado. Hey with whom right do you talk like that to a great pilot? Iida. With the right that he is just an idiot who has a big secret that can cause the end of the world. Inko. The end of the world coming out of the bushes. Uraraka. Mrs. Midoriya said surprised, but what are you doing here mother-in-law since you said you would be traveling all year? Inko. Well I lied since I always work to save the world, but now Izuku is doing it, he said smiling. Almight. Then you were the one who got Izuku out of Tartarus surprised. Isado. Rather both since we got him out of there because it was very easy. Inko. Yes and besides I always believed in my boy because he will always be the best hero of all and a much better hero than you. Izuku. Better go mom seriously. Inko. Yes son. Iida. Listen you can't go since you are all arrested for keeping secrets like a super angry and Inko and Masato get into their jeep and Izuku grab their girlfriends with their whips, putting them in their Evans where the three left while the soldiers leave with the rest of the dead angel. Almight. Put a tracker on it said seriously and Sniper sticks a tracker on Inko's jeep. Masato. How annoying it would be. Inko. And even worse they're going to be looking for us like crazy and I know they put a tracker on me it would be. Masato. I hope they don't go crazy. 1 hour later. We see Izuku lying under a tree while looking at the sky, while remembering how he met Rai and Asuka while smiling and laughing, because he remembered the rivalry they had, and finally the two now got along well in that Asuka and Rai arrive, and they also lie down on top of Izuku. Asuka laughed. Thanks love for defending us said smiling. Izuku. You're welcome, but nobody messes with my love sitting next to her, and the three of them lay down on the grass while looking at the sky, but all three had their pilot suits on. Asuka. Do you think that crazy girl will come to get revenge on us or will she try to take you away love hugging Rai and Izuku sits on Rai's lap while she caressed Izuku's head. Izuku. Maybe but I will always be with you in everything. Rai. Thanks love giving him a kiss and what do you want to do now? Izuku. How about we go to the movies he said smiling. Asuka. Yes and we see Pinocchio. Izuku. Okay. At night. Izuku. Then Pinocchio right. Asuka. Yes Izuku we want to see that one carrying Eri. Ray. I'll go get the popcorn. Izuku. Well wait I'm going to get the tickets going to the box office. Employee. Hello friend what movie do you want to see? Izuku. Hello give me 4 tickets for Pinocchio for the 4D room and for the seats at the back please. Employee. Izuku. And we are not going to do that, besides we have a little girl with us he said blushing. Employee. Calm down friend I was just joking giving him his tickets, enjoy the movie. Izuku. Thanks taking the tickets and going with the girls. Asuka. Come on love it's going to be late pulling Izuku. Izuku. Okay it's fine. So having a nice night where our family had a great time together. Chapter 13 My Great Power Izuku vs Ellie. Narrator. The days would pass in which the entire UA was looking for Izuku to see what he kept secret since he had something to do with everything and more the UA since they wanted Izuku to come back with them again and be happy again and in these weeks everyone was desperately looking for Izuku since they did not know where Izuku was since when they put the tracker on Inko's jeep they all followed the tracker but something that confused them is that they did not find anything since the base was low in the ground and in these days Izuku was always watching the area sometimes since he wanted no hero to pass through his area since they did not want them to interfere with the nerve base and steal information from nerve that is why he always watched the area and what do they do now? Well all the heroes were in Nezu's direction since everyone was to talk about Izuku. Midnight. Don't tell me you want to know where Izuku is right. Nezu. Yes and more why do I want to apologize to him since I did not help him that day. Izawa. I do believe you in the apology, but them seeing their students and Almight. Sniper. We also want him since we want to know what he is involved. In present Mick. It seems that he is colluding with the government or something, since nobody tells us about those great monsters already worse than that Izuku can with one. Beta. And also so that he tells us where his base is so that I can be part of that military base or whatever. Uraraka. Yes, me too. Nezu. You know, do what you want, said Board. Almight. Why, director? Nezu. You know what point there is in looking for the young Midoriya. I mean, look what he did a few days ago. He helped us in everything. He destroyed that monster already, all for one. And you know, it seems to me that Izuku is already a great hero, since that thing could with you and Izuku and the others, easily said seriously. Beta. With the help of a robot. Nezu. Not only a robot, but he did it without fear of what he faced, so that we are not going to look for young Midoriya. Almight. Fine, you don't get involved, but we want young Midoriya to come back with us. Seriously. Nezu. Yes, if you find him, can you thank him for me, please? Todoroki. Yes, director. So All Might and Class 2 go out and then all the press arrives and surrounds All Might in the class. Reporter. All Might, tell us how you feel about seeing Izuku Midoriya again. Reporter. Tell us what you plan to do now when those monsters come. All Might. Listen, I know we made a big mistake in betraying Izuku, you know, I consider him my son, the son I never had, and I, as a father, failed him, and I'm very sorry for what I did, so I want my son back again, he said sadly. What I didn't know is that Izuku was watching this from afar while he was on his motorcycle. Izuku. Wow, hypocrisy has no limits. I'd better go, turn on his motorcycle that Masato lent him, and he goes driving while looking at the city. Izuku. Wow, since I left the city looks duller, I think they can't handle the guilt of seeing me betrayed by everything, and the truth is I don't give a damn if they're sad or not, he said super seriously, seeing the city that looked super dull, and it was cloudy. Thus arriving at a forest. Izuku. Open sesame by swiping his card where it opens, showing an entrance. Where Izuku begins to go down to the deepest part until he reaches a part of the base where he takes off his helmet, revealing his long green hair. Izuku. What a strange day. First I go shopping and I see all my ex-classmates sad and crying. What a silly day, tired, leaving the bags on a table where Izuku sits in his chair. Izuku. Let's see what we have. Endeavor is hanging around here and Aqua accompanies him. Wow, they don't get tired of looking at the cameras of some computers while something was playing in the way. Reporter. And in other news, the heroine number 4, Mirko, has shown her support for Izuku Midoriya, since in her presentation after capturing a hero, she said that she supported Izuku in everything, since he is a great hero for what he did a few days ago, with a strange monster that left everyone shocked, since they did not know what that thing was, showing some images of the fight between Izuku and his girlfriends against the angel. Izuku. But how come they recorded the fight if we were far from the city? Confused and lowering the music. Reporter. To this day all the inhabitants of Japan are super worried since those things may appear again, but what we do know is that there is a group of young people who can against them, who are Izuku Midoriya and his companions. Thanks Izuku for helping us. Izuku. Nothing serious. Looking at the computer, that's when Masato arrives. Masato. What are you doing, Izuku? Izuku. Look, Endeavor and Aqua are searching, but the funniest thing is that Endeavor is getting angry and Aqua is controlling him, seeing the camera how Endeavor was upset that they didn't find the nerve base. Masato. You know Izuku, I'm a little worried about you sitting at the table next to Izuku. Izuku. What are you talking about? Confused. Masato. Lately the heroes have been looking for you like crazy since they became too obsessed with what they saw, that is to say that they see you, maybe they will torture you with information about nerve, and the truth is I'm afraid that will happen, she said, somewhat worried, but she feels something in her hand and sees that Izuku was holding her hand affectionately and looks at Izuku, who was smiling. Izuku. Calm down, Masato-chan, I know they are looking for me, but I will never leave my family alone, and I will not leave you alone, she said, smiling, hugging Masato by the hips, blushing her a lot, and even worse, since she felt Izuku's breath on her crotch. Masato. It's okay Izuku, come on, let's go see Inko and take the purchases. Izuku. Yes. 30 minutes later. Inko. Wow, what do we have here? Looking at the tracker. Asuka. Really, they will never get tired. Kozo. It seems that Ua and the heroes are obsessed with the angels. Ritsuko. Yes, since we only have that information, since we know that they are the angels in the Evangelion. Masato. What I have no doubt is why do they want to know all this? Thus then someone enters the elevator of Inko's large office. Stanley. Hello, here is Miss Asuka Langley Soryu. Asuka. Oh, my Amazon orders finally arrived, she said happily. Izuku. What is curious love? And Asuka pays Mr. Asuka. It's something wonderful that when we get home we will show you, she said smiling. Izuku. It's okay. Masato. But what should we do since those idiots will not rest since the angels drove them crazy? Haji. Better to stay there than avoid those heroes at all costs. Then a loud alarm sounds implying that an angel was coming. Asuka. Seriously? Inko. Let's go at once. So everyone leaving the office where Izuku and Asuka went to their Evas since Rai was taking care of Eri. Masato. Ready Izuku, Asuka. Izuku. Pilot 05 ready. Asuka. Pilot 03 ready. Ritsuko. Good, go. So the Evans came out of the ground, surprised by what they saw. Izuku. But what is that thing surprised? Asuka. Ha, it's just a silly ball, haha, grabbing his weapon, but the angel began to throw a strange black liquid that falls to the ground. Asuka. But what is this? Izuku. A second touching the liquid, Asuka careful pushing Asuka, and the liquid grabs Izuku and Izuku tried to get away, but little by little the liquid ran through his body, thus being sucked by the liquid. Asuka. Love scared. But Izuku. Izuku. Ah shit and more shit, I have to get out trying to move, but he feels a great pain in his arms, seeing that he was inside the angel, and begins to squeeze him. Izuku. Buck, I have to get out of here or will I die trying to move? Hello? Izuku. Who said that confused? Is it me? Izuku. Show yourself serious and trying to move. You know who I am, I know perfectly now I am here with you. Izuku. Wait, don't tell me that. That's right, I am your Eva. Izuku. Wah. Ritsuko. Hey, I'm receiving a signal from Izuku's Eva. Inko. Worried son. At that, everyone is surprised since they were watching through a computer there, seeing that Izuku had won for all at maximum and had blue hair. Izuku. It's my turn, super serious. Asuka. Love. Izuku. Cover yourselves, everyone screaming super loud. At that point, everyone looks at the angel who was shedding too much blood and explodes into 1,000 pieces, causing a huge earthquake in the entire place. At that point, everyone sees Izuku's Eva, all covered in blood and with many blue and green rays, and great power coming out of the Eva. Masato. Quick, let's help Izuku. An hour later. Asuka. How she is super worried seeing Izuku. Ritsuko. He is fine, he just needs to rest as much as he wants, since Izuku used all his quirk to the maximum, that is why he needs to rest. I am leaving, I need to go see how the Eva is leaving the hospital room, and Asuka begins to shed tears. Asuka. My love, sniff forgive me, sniff for leaving you alone, sniff I'm stupid, instead of running away, sniff why didn't I help you, forgive me, Izuku said crying, hugging Izuku, but he turns around showing his well-worked muscles. Lemon skipped. Asuka. I'm disgusted with herself, but she takes off her clothes and gets on top of Izuku. Asuka. I'm sorry, love, but I need you inside me, she said, putting his member inside her. They had hex like that all night and Asuka couldn't stop riding Izuku's member while she moaned. Chapter 14. Class 2 of Visits Nerve. Narrator. We see Inko and Masato on the moon. Inko. You're bucking mother, vomiting blood, calm down Masato, we are already grabbing her big belly, don't worry son, mom will get you out of here, you will be safe son, grabbing her belly, ouch son, do not kick too much with pain, and press a button where the two get into the same capsule, where the two leave the moon while an angel followed them. Inko. Take this son of a bitch, pressing a button. And that the angel explodes into 1,000 pieces since Inko put a bomb on him and they leave the corpse there in space. Inko. I managed to do it by lying next to her, ouch Izuku, stop kicking my belly, mommy hurts, grabbing her big belly, I promise you that I will always be with you and I will never leave you, I will only love you forever, grabbing her belly, you were the best thing that has happened to me in life, thank you love for coming into my life, shedding tears, grabbing her belly. And that the capsule falls into the sea and the two quickly leave. Masato. What happened, wiping the blood, Inko, are you really hurt, seeing Inko bleeding from her head and chest. Inko. Yes, I'm fine, but what matters to me is my son, grabbing her belly more. Masato. Where are we, seeing the sea while it was raining. Inko. Don't worry, we are in Japan, but in the sea, look there he comes, seeing a nerve helicopter, are we safe? Masato. Finally we are fine. Inko. Yes, ouch son, already stop grabbing her belly. So the helicopter arrives. Head on quickly. Masato. Come on Inko, you first. Inko. Thanks, like that she goes up a ladder and then Masato. Masato. Good, now let's go to Nerve, sitting on a seat. Inko. Yes, let's go at once, but she is in shock, ouch. What's wrong Inko? Inko. AI is screaming loudly and shedding tears. What's wrong Inko, with fear, seeing that water was coming out of her belly. Inko. My baby is coming, Izuku is coming, screaming loud, my son Maya is coming. Maya. Quickly, let's go to Nerve now. Pilot. Yes, I'm going. So they go quickly to Nerve, while Misato and Maya tried to calm Inko down until they arrived at Nerve. Ritsuko. They already arrived grabbing a stretcher as well as many nurses. Misato. Ritsuko Izuku is coming. Ritsuko. That Izuku is already coming surprised. Inko. Yes, my baby is already grabbing her belly, but she is horrified since blood began to come out. No Izuku horrified. Ritsuko. Quickly take Inko to the room now putting her on a stretcher where the two run quickly. 5 minutes later. Ritsuko. Let's go Inko push. Inko. That's what I do pushing harder while screaming in pain. Misato. It's almost coming out. Maya. Yes, just one push and now. Inko. Yes, I'm going to have my son pushing. The star that Izuku comes out of Inko's belly where Ritsuko grabs him and clean and go to another room quickly. Maya. Congratulations Inko, you are now a mother. Misato. Congratulations Inko, you already have your son. Inko. Yes, finally after everything that happened and the long hours of pregnancy I finally have my son, the man that I love with all my soul, she said smiling, shedding tears while she was tired. Misato. Izuku will be his name, right? Inko. Yes, his name is very beautiful. Maya. And what will you do now? Inko. Maybe I will take some time to give attention to my son and I want to be with him at all times. God, I want him to call me mom and play with him every day, she said smiling. Then Ritsuko arrives with tears coming out of her eyes. Maya. What's wrong? Ritsuko confused. Ritsuko. Inko, I don't know how to give you this news, shedding more tears. Inko. What's wrong? Worried. Ritsuko. Izuku starting to cry more. Izuku was born dead, starting to cry inconsolably. That shocked everyone since Izuku died. Inko. No. This has to be a mistake, my son is in the incubator, it's just a joke, right? Super worried and shedding tears. Ritsuko. No crying, I tried to revive him, but after the loss of blood since when he came out of your womb, he was bleeding since he cut himself on his foot because you were on the moon, maybe you cut yourself on your womb. Crying. Inko. No, it's no lie, furiously standing up. Misato. Inko waits trying to stop her, but Inko arrives where Izuku was and is in shock since she was seeing him pale and bleeding. Inko. Izuku carrying him. Izuku, please open your beautiful eyes, my love, please sniff, stay with me, please sniff, please don't leave me alone, sniff my baby, sniff, wake up, open your beautiful eyes, sniff my baby, crying inconsolably just like everyone else. No, sniff, Izuku crying inconsolably. I will love you until I die, love hugging the lifeless body of her baby. 4 days later. We see Inko in her apartment super depressed and drinking tequila and she finishes it. Inko. Damn, throwing the bottle, I hope it's good. She's opening another bottle of tequila, but someone knocks on the door. Misato. Inko, it's me, I know you're there trying to open the door, please you shouldn't be like that, Izuku wouldn't like you like this. Inko. You know nothing, screaming furiously and drinking tequila. Misato sighs. Izuku would not have wanted this, putting himself in the doorway, he just wanted to inform you that the angel that attacked us arrived their DNA samples to see if there are more like the angel, leaving Inko alone. Inko. Son Hig, Izuku already very drunk. 3:30 in the morning. Inko was walking through the streets of Nerve drunk drinking tequila. Inko. Hig sad son drinking tequila and finishes it, damn, throwing the bottle and uncorking a can of beer, drinking it. But suddenly she was surprised since she arrived at the cemetery where she enters while she was drunk and arrives at Izuku's grave. Inko. Oh my baby, kneeling, my beautiful baby, I wanted you to be with me and everything forever, crying, I'm sorry for killing you, love, all this is my fault, crying harder, I'm sorry Izuku, I'm so sorry, crying, but an idea occurred to her and gets up. Inko. I want my son back, screaming furiously, beginning to dig up Izuku. I want Izuku back in my life, screaming, digging up with her own hands until she reaches the small grave where she takes it out and leaves there quickly. 1 hour later. We see Inko going down with some large boxes and reaches a large room, she enters another room where she takes out many samples of angel blood. Inko. Calm down, Izuku careless, opening the grave showing a small already putrefied body, and Inko takes out a large injection. Inko. We will be together forever, son. So Inko began to inject the blood sample into the bones of the body, where she grabs more samples and injected them all, running out of samples. Inko. I hope it works. That's when soldiers enter. Soldier. Don't move. Ritsuko. Inko, what did you do? Inko. I want my son back. Maya. You're crazy, Inko. Inko. You don't know what a mother suffers, stupid. Ritsuko. We know that, but what you did, reviving a dead person, this is crazy. Inko. You will never understand anything, sniff that stupid Hisashi left with his bucking lover and I was left alone, sniff, and that's why I want my son, crying. Ritsuko. I understand but Inko. Izuku. Muaya. At that everyone is shocked and Inko turns around and begins to cry with joy since he was alive there. Inko. Izuku crying with happiness, you are alive now my beautiful baby I am here, mommy is here they will never separate us, I love you Izuku crying with happiness. 1 hour later. Ikari. And that was how you revived him. Inko. Yes. Maya. How many doses did you give him? Inko. All. Ikari. My god Inko you know what we are facing. Inko. Yes sir but I do not care holding her baby. Itsuko. Izuku's tests have arrived and he is indeed an angel Izuku. Maya. What are we going to do? Ikari sighs. Inko when Izuku turns 3 you will take him away from Nerv and when he reaches a certain age he will come here again do not worry you will be able to see him whenever you want your son. Inko. Thank you Ikari hugging her son, no matter what happens I will never abandon you hugging him, I love you Izuku. Present. Inko was slowly waking up and wakes up from everything seeing that she was in her office and gets up. Inko. At least I take super good care of my son and I keep him under control better I go see him stopping going to the elevator where after a few seconds I arrive at Izuku's room but she is very shocked. Inko. Miss Ado what are you doing shocked? Miss Ado. Hey seeing her, hello Inko was just taking care of Izuku since Asuka was having hex with Izuku and obviously I arrived and took her away and I'm taking care of him that way so that Asuka doesn't grape him. Inko. I see sitting down. Miss Ado. I think he'll wake up soon don't worry. Inko. I hope so. The next day. We see Inko sleeping and Miss Ado was hugging him when Asuka arrives, I laughed and I was. Asuka. But how surprised since Miss Ado was hugging him. I laughed. What did you expect because of what you did yesterday? Eri. What did mom do? I laughed. Something naughty daughter that's why Miss Ado is taking care of him. Izuku. Standing up stretching, what happened yawning? I laughed Asuka Eri. Love dad running to Asia and hugs him, don't go back to sleep again. Izuku. Yeah family I'm already awake. Inko. Son hugging him, my baby don't exceed your power again. Izuku. Yes mom. Isado. Izuku silly you hurt your whole body hugging him. Izuku. It wasn't that serious. Inko. You broke 5 ribs. Izuku. Well but I feel like they are better now. Inko. Really? Izuku. Yes since I feel much better I feel like nothing had happened. Inko. Seriously even more surprised. Izuku. Yes I think I activated a new power like regeneration. Inko. I see son. Already at night. Izuku. Tell me mom why did you call me sitting in his office? Inko. Son there is something you have to know a little nervous. Izuku. What thing? Inko. It's just that I don't know how to explain it to you and tell you. Izuku. Don't worry don't be afraid and tell me. Inko. Well. Half an hour later. Izuku. Then I am an angel in shock since Inko told him her whole story. Inko. Yes in those days I was super alone and I wanted to have you in my life since I truly loved you and I wanted you to be with me forever wiping away tears. Izuku. Okay but how much dose did you give me? Inko. All the samples. Izuku. No wonder I felt like new and I talked to my Eva. Inko. With your Eva. Izuku. He told me that she is like my clone another version of me and he helped me get out of the angel. Inko. Really? Izuku. Yes but you know it doesn't bother me that you revived me I understand you but my story was somewhat disturbing but I'm not mad at me mom on the contrary I'm happy that you brought me back to life smiling. Inko. I don't know what I did to have a son as good as your grace Izuku wiping his tears. Izuku. And what do I have to do now? Inko. I will check you and monitor your blood so we will try to find a cure but I promise you that we will find the cure for what I did to you. Izuku. Thanks mom. I'm Skyim 1 month. We see Izuku upstairs in his apartment quietly watching the sunrise while he saw the little tracker. Izuku. I think I'll pay them a visit today or maybe I'll leave them alone watching the sunrise, I may be an angel but at least I'm a great hero. 3 minutes later. Asuka. Izuku, let's have breakfast sitting on the couch. Izuku. Very thank you very much. Asuka. That love already learning German. Eri. Ich ouch mama. Asuka. Ye is my daughter also said happily. Ray. Well today we only have normal training and at night it will be our. Izuku. Unfortunately we will not only have a visit from the UA. Asuka. Wait T and that fat girl will come. Izuku. I hope not but unfortunately the UA will come today. Ray. Just that the fat girl does not come. Izuku. It's okay. Asuka. But we will be with you so that that fat girl does not do anything to you. Lying on Izuku's arm also laughed. Izuku. Thank you my loves, giving him a kiss, both of them. 30 minutes. Inko. Are you ready? Izuku sitting, and Izuku was also sitting. Izuku. But do you think maybe I can get angry? Inko. Maybe, but don't worry, here I am. Izuku. Okay, but let's not make the slap strong. Inko. Okay Izuku, and now giving him a slap and another slap and another and another. Like that it lasted for 30 slaps until. Izuku. Mom wait, scared, looking at her watch that her will increase and began to calm down and went down more and more. Inko. You have to contract your anger. The good thing is that your medicine is helping you are taking it. Izuku. Yes, taking out an injection, I always carry it. Inko. Very well, but take good care of it, that dose is valuable, good that we make more. Izuku. Yes mom, saving her injection. Inko. Well, let's go to the UA to see what they want. Izuku. I hope they don't attack us. 1 hour later. Inko. We arrived, getting out of the Camaro and taking out an umbrella since it was raining. Izuku. I hope it's fast, walking with an umbrella and going to the UA where they enter as if nothing and arrived at Nezu's direction. Inko. Here we go playing. Nezu. Go ahead, pass. Izuku and Inko enter. Izuku. Hello everyone. Almight. JJJ, young Midoriya. Izuku. To the same. Nezu. Wow, it's been a whole month, we never found you. Izuku. So you always wanted to find us, with reason they put a tracker on us. Almight. But young Midoriya. Izuku. Tell me, why do they want to know about us? Nezu. Because the monster that attacked us was something surprising and you young man finished it off with your companions. Izuku. Yes, thanks to that they almost didn't attack Los Angeles, and the truth is, why did you really want to look for us? Nezu. First of all, I want to apologize for not helping you that day, and second, I want you to come back to the UA. Izuku. First of all, I accept your apologies, and second, I can't return to the UA since Nerve needs me a lot, to the point that I am very important for everyone, so I cannot return. Nezu. I understand perfectly, since you are a great hero, they always need you as one of the greats. It is fine young, we accept that, and the truth is I am glad that you have become a great hero. Izuku. Thank you director. Almight. And for that they came. Inko. Oh by the way director, we came for you to see Nerve. Nezu. How seriously surprised. Izuku. Yes, since we want some of the UA to come to Nerve and be pilots and be great heroes in Nerve. Nezu. Wow young man, lady, this is surprising, since this is surprising. Izuku. Be surprised when we bring extinction to Los Angeles, that is why the Evas and Los Angeles exist, so that we finish off and kill, but one of the two will reach his era, the age of extinction. Nezu. I see, and when do you want us to go? Inko. If you want tomorrow, but with one condition, that my son's class comes and only top heroes, okay? Nezu. Okay, tomorrow we will be there. The next day. We see the whole class Tua in the forest with Mirko, Endeavor, Ryukyu and Hawks who accompany them. Mina. How exciting, let's get Izuku back. Akiguchi. I don't think he's happy with his job, because maybe he's happy and I don't think he'll come back. Ida. It doesn't matter, we'll finally discover what that idiot is hiding from us. Hiroshima. Why are you always against Izuku? Our bro saved us all from a giant monster. Ida. What happens is that he gets more recognition, except me who has helped them in everything. Jiro. Running from the villains and breaking your legs is no help. Momo. I hope a giant monster doesn't come again. Endeavor. What time will it come? Nezu. It won't be long, and be grateful that they didn't sue you, since young Midoriya and Nerve can arrest you or sue you for a lot of money that you can't even imagine. Almight. But why is young Midoriya here? That is to say, they forced him. Midnight. Apparently not, since Izuku is happy with his new life, I think. Then a large military truck arrives and gets Izuku off. Izuku. Hello everyone, he said smiling, and his real friends approach him. Momo. Thanks Izuku for inviting us to Nerve. Hiroshima. We will finally discover why you use a giant robot. Jiro. Thanks for inviting us Izuku. Izuku. You're welcome, now get in since it's getting a little late for us. Nezu. Okay, getting on the truck. Masato. Well, let's put on some music, baby, what else have I not heard from you for a while? I was with someone, but I'm free now, this is to relive old times, I haven't gone out in a long time. Izuku. With a buck screaming annoyed, removing the disc, throwing it on the window, and go to Masato, then I'll buy you another Karol G album, don't worry. Masato. You better. 10 minutes later. We see everyone getting off the truck since they had arrived at Nerve. Ryukyu. Wow Midoriya, this is surprised seeing everything. Izuku. Welcome to Nerve, starting to walk a little. Masato. For nothing in the world do not touch anything. So walking until they reach the Evans. Izuku. Those are Evan's wherein my girlfriends get in and we can control them. Sai. And what's yours Izuku? Izuku. That one pointing to a black and green Eva. Midnight. This is surprising. Izawa. But I have a question, buddy, do you feel something when you control it? Izuku. Yes, the truth is I do feel the blows several times they broke my arms, but I'm still fine as if nothing. Almight. And why are you still here? Izuku. Because this is like being a hero, but much better since I not only save others, but the world of all of Los Angeles, that's why I train the days. Isado. That's why Izuku is now the most important of all, and the best he said smiling hugging Izuku by the shoulder. Izuku. Well, let's continue. Thus arriving at a super large room. Izuku. And here we create the Evans and more their pieces. Isado. Currently we make 1 billion pieces a year and 150,000 pieces a day that are quickly to repair the Evans, that when he loses an arm, it is somewhat complicated to repair it, that is why we create many pieces to repair them quickly. Itsuko. Izuku can you come quickly? Izuku. Yes I'm already flying surprise to All Might since I activate the powers of the other carriers. Maya. How good that you arrive. Izuku. It is failing again. Itsuko. It is the 4th time. Izuku. Having grabbed a device where he fixes it a little, ready by pressing a button where the new parts began to move. Izuku. We already have to change this button since it is super damage that it gives is failing. Itsuko. Thanks Izuku, I will change it very soon. Izuku. That's what you said 1 month ago and it's still like that. Maya. At least it works. Izuku. Like for half an hour and then it fails, but the finger is cut a little, but many drops of blood fall on the pieces, no turn it off running towards the pieces, and everything stops. Uraraka. Deku-kun what's happening? Izuku. Where is he looking like crazy for the drop of blood and gets into the pieces and finds it in a piece. Izuku. Here it is relieved and taking out the piece, Ritsuko I want you to wash it super well please. Ritsuko. Of course taking the piece. Maya. We will try not to leave a trace of your blood. Izuku. Thanks leaving the pieces, well let's continue and do not ask me why I acted like that walking confused since Izuku acted desperately for a drop of blood. Thus arriving at a room where Inko was. Inko. Oh I thought you would never arrive. Nezu. Yes we arrived Mrs. Midoriya, but we were very surprised since it is very big since outside it looks small, but inside it is super huge. Inko. Very well I was watching it through the cameras and it's good that everyone arrived. At that Asuka arrives and I laughed. Asuka. You finally arrive love and what a pity that the village prostitute here is here. Uraraka. I know what you told me damn. Isado. Nobody is going to fight here. Inko. Well guys go put on your pilot suits. The 3. Okay. So everyone will the locker room where Izuku and Rai come out. Asuka. I feel like I got the wrong suit but what is this pressing a button? But Izuku. Izuku. Ready now you will see how the Evas really work. Hiroshima. It's always like this your suit bro. Izuku. Yes it gives some flexibility. Ray. Excuse me Inko do you think an angel could attack now? Inko. Maybe but you have to be super attentive to everything that's why we always train even if there's no angel. Asuka. Help me screaming. Izuku. Love what's wrong but how surprised. Asuka. Help I can't get out and I don't know what I did to my suit trying to get out since his suit made him too big. Ray. But what? Asuka. Help getting out of the entrance. Isado. You look like a meatball with legs. Asuka. Hey can someone explain to me who grabbed my suit annoyed moving? Izuku. Come here my beautiful chubby girl hugging Asuka. Asuka. I will never be fat super embarrassed. Inko. What happens is that you changed your suit to protection mode remember when we found that angel under the ground? All. From under the ground. Isado. Angels are born wherever that's why we are prepared. Asuka. Izuku don't let go of me trying not to move much, how do you take that off? Izuku. Here pressing a button turning into his normal suit. Asuka. Thanks love. Inko. Well guys go to the Evans at once. Isado. Izuku surprised. Izuku. What's wrong? Isado. Your eye. Izuku. What's wrong touching his eye but sees that it was bleeding. Midnight. Are you okay Izuku giving him a paper. Hiroshima. Are you sick bro? Izuku. Yes I'm fine but what's wrong with me? Maya. Izuku running. Izuku. What's wrong wiping the blood? Itsuko. Escaped. Inko. Who escaped surprised. Nezu. Who escaped? Izuku. I have an idea I will go look for him and you will go look for him by the cameras and I want that weapon taking away the machine gun. Inko. Okay, but take it giving him a microphone, we will be in contact, and I will also give you this by giving him a contact lens. Izuku. Thanks for the camera. Inko. Go for it Izuku, we will be guiding you. So Izuku ran away like everyone else. Inko. But how did he get out? Maya. I think he came straight out of the EVA. Almight. Mrs. Midoriya, who are you talking about? Inko. Someone who would never have been born grabbing his radio. Everyone close the door now, the exit and entrance door running a little and reaches a large room where he sees that he was not. Vitsuki. The bastard took off the tracker, taking out the tracker like that full of blood. Inko. Must be here serious, pass me that, grabbing a microphone. Izuku, you hear me answering, and they grab Izuku's signal. Isado. Now we see what Izuku is doing, seeing that he was standing in an elevator. Ray. Izuku, what are you doing? Izuku. I go down with fear. Inko. Where? Izuku. Where I should never go with fear. Inko. You should go down calmly, she is asleep, talking calmly, confusing everyone. Uraraka. To whom? Izuku. Is fine, pressing the button where it started to go down. Itsuko. What do you think happened since Izuku and he are connected? Bakugo. Can someone explain to us what the hell is happening? Maya. It is something that Izuku has, but maybe it can destroy everything, unfortunately Izuku is connected to him. Inko. If we don't stop him, it might be very deadly. But Izuku. Izuku was walking down calmly. But suddenly, a few drops of blood fell from Izuku's eye. Izuku. But how scared, since many veins came out and his eyes turned dark. No, terrified, not because of me crying blood, my medicine, taking an injection and injecting it into the veins. No, why is it happening to me, crying blood and more veins came out at the same time, his eyes turned black. Izuku. No, this is not real, looking in the mirror, this is not real, this is not real, this is not real, screaming angrily. It is not real, 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 screaming, angrily breaking the elevator glass. Asuka laugh. Izuku screaming. At that Izuku reacts and sees the elevator glass all broken, at the same time many crystals on the ground. Izuku. What happened, confused. Inko. Did you hallucinate? Why are you getting to where she is? She put a hallucination on you, but I think she's already asleep. Almight. Who? Itsuko. Well Izuku, you already arrived, he may be there. Izuku. Yes, opening the elevator where he sees none other than Lilith. Izuku, hello Lilith, whispering under, at the same time greeting nervously all. Wah, but you will put me in the EVA so that they hurt us more, to me Izuku. No, it is not true, why don't you come with me, and I promise you that you will know right now well where you are, confused and sees the elevator sawing. Hey wait Inko. The damn, escape through the ducts quickly Izuku. I'll do that, but suddenly someone grabs with some whips, leaving everyone scared, and sees that Izuku was grabbed by some whips and put in front of Lilith, and Izuku tried to get rid of the whips and his eyes began to turn red and Lilith opens her eyes, leaving everyone shocked, and Lilith releases Izuku, who sends him away, making Izuku retreat terrified, leaving everyone scared. Lilith. You hate Los Angeles with all your soul, but you are a damn hypocrite. I saw in your eyes you struggle not to be like us, but I saw in your eyes you are already one of us, besides you have our same blood, he said, macabrely scaring Izuku, who runs to the elevator, where he presses the button to go up, super scared, and Izuku stays there. Mirko. What the hell was that? Mitsuki. I don't know, she never wakes up, not after more than Misato. 17 years Inko. 17 years that she was asleep, but why did she wake up? Then everything starts to shake, something that alerted everyone. Maya. An angel Asuka. What, I was missing Misato. Wait, Izuku's EVA is missing Ray. What? Inko. The damn thing grabbed Izuku, can you hear me? Izuku. Yes, I'm already running, and reaches the surface where he was very surprised. EVA Izuku screaming and growling loudly, leaving everyone in shock. Izuku, you're bucking, mother screaming, hiding, what the hell am I doing, confused. Inko. Izuku, use your quirk to knock him out. Izuku, wait, I have an idea, coming out of hiding, he wants me walking. Almight, what are you doing, young Midoriya? Haminari, he is crazy, in shock. Izuku, what do you expect, what are you waiting, upset, activating the one for all at 50%, and the EVA runs towards him. Izuku, what are you waiting for, I want you to do it, I want you to do it, let's see, do it, activating more the one for all, advance and kill me, raising his arms. EVA Aya. Izuku, kill me, giving the EVA a big blow. Then that a huge ray is produced that reaches the sky, leaving everyone shocked. Asuka laugh. Love. Inko. Worried son. Misato. Take all the soldiers to the place of the explosion now. Itsuko. Wait, I see something. Then that everyone sees the screen and sees Izuku standing up as if nothing and approaches the EVA and began to hit him super hard to the point that he broke his eye. Now stop now, it hurts me, screaming loudly. Izuku. You escape from the Eva again, and I swear I'll kill you idiot, upset and fainting. Inko. Let's go fast. 3:30 AM. We see Inko going to a place where she puts a code. But then she feels something on her back and realized it was a gun. Inko. Turning around, Misato. Misato. Shut up and tell me what happened, annoyed, pointing a gun at her. Inko. What are you talking about? Misato. Don't act like Izuku has a lot to do with this and tell me what happened, or are you a damn traitor and tell me what happened to Izuku and why Lilith started talking to him. Inko. You want answers, right? Fine, I will give you all the answers, but I want my son to come too. Izuku. Misato, put the gun down please. Misato. No, because maybe you are not the Izuku I know, so let's see, pointing at the two. So the three go down to the deepest part of Nerve and they arrived at a room. Misato. Wait a second, I know this place, it's where we once drew blood from Rei. Izuku. And you know it's Rei and me. Misato. What's this and why are we here? Inko. Why was this where I revived Izuku? I brought him back to life since now he is here, I injected him with all the doses of Los Angeles, sad. Izuku. And I laughed and I are angels, seriously looking at the bed. Misato. What are you saying, Inko? Then it is not a clone Izuku, and you always told me that the original is dead and the one we got out of Tartarus is a clone of Izuku. Izuku. But I am the original and what happened today is that. Inko. When you fought with that angel he took out his internal clone, a clone that he is the same as Izuku, but the clone now lives in the Eva, but Misato Izuku, the one who died, is the real Izuku, sad. Misato. I thought that when we took him out of Tartarus I thought they were a clone that you made, seriously. Izuku. Misato, if you want to kill us for lying to you and that I am an angel, kill me by grabbing the gun, but let my mother live by putting the gun on her chest, go ahead and do it. At that, Misato throws the gun away and hugs Izuku. Misato. I will never do it now, I understand everything because you care so much about your loves and all, that's why I love you, Izuku. Izuku. I love you too, Misato, I love you. So the three leave the room where they reach the surface and Izuku goes to his apartment where he arrives and lies down on the couch where he sits and grabs a photo of his family. Izuku. At least you are what I will never lose, hugging the photo. Chapter 15 Shinji Ikari, Izuku vs Mercenary. Narrator. We see Izuku slowly waking up and feels someone on his hips and feels something on his neck that hugs him and realize that they were legs that hugged him. Izuku. Good morning my loves. Asuka. Because you never told us anything, love. Izuku. What a thing, love. Rei. That you were an angel. Izuku. How do they know that? Asuka. We talked to Inko since we went to sea and she explained everything to us, why you never said anything. Izuku. I thought they would abandon me forever, a little sad. Rei. Why did you think that? Asuka. That never, love, because now we are a family since we love you very much, that we will never leave you. Rei. And we will also help you with your problem because we love you. So the two give him a kiss on Izuku's mouth, crossing their tongues with each other. But a lightning bolt interrupts them since it was raining hard and Asuka and the others stop to see the landscape. Asuka. I feel like that bitch might come here to Nerve. Rei. Why do you say that? Asuka. She already knows where we are, she might come here to Nerve. Izuku. Remember that at Nerve we have the greatest security of all. Rei. But wait a minute, I have a question. If you get really angry, you'll really turn into someone. Izuku. That's right, but I'll take my medication so I don't lose control. Asuka. I see, but for being a bad boyfriend, we'll punish you. Izuku. Which? 1 hour later. We see Izuku with a ghost coming out of his mouth since Rei and Asuka hugged him. Asuka. Hex is very good, Izuku, but when will you get us pregnant? Izuku. Very soon, with the ghost in his mouth. Rei. Then removing the condom from his penis, it's time for us to be pregnant. Izuku. Wait, girls, be scared, since Asuka and Rei took out some handcuffs and whips. 3 days later. We see Izuku in a room. Asuka. Well, love, let's train. Izuku. Well, let's go. Rei. Did you take your medicine? Izuku. No, there, I don't have it. Eri. Take dad, giving him his injection. Izuku. Thanks daughter, giving him a kiss on the forehead and getting his injection. Rei. I wonder where Misato went, so he's not here. Asuka. Isn't it obvious today is the day? Izuku. What day? Rei. Is that there is another Eva pilot who has been here for a long time. Izuku. Who is curious? Asuka. Shinji Ikari. But Misato. She was driving quietly and her Camaro Chevrolet was driving quietly until she reaches a point where she sees a 16-year-old boy who was none other than Shinji Ikari, and Misato just smiles and parks. Misato. Hello Shinji, how are you smiling, getting out of the car? Shinji. Good morning Miss Misato. Saito. Look at you, you're already grown up. Come here and give me a hug, hugging him. I'm glad to see you again, Shinji. Shinji. Yes, I already finished all my studies in the United States. Saito. I'm very glad you're a man now, but you're still a child. Shinji. Of course not, since I'm already independent. Saito. But even so, you're still a child. But anyway, there you go, going up to the same Shinji. Very well, let's start driving. You are very happy since many things have changed, but I think you and Izuku will be great friends. Shinji. Who is Izuku? Curious. Saito. He is the son of Commander Inko. Shinji. I did not know that Commander Inko had a son. Saito. Yes, she has a son since he was away from everything nerve, but he is already a great pilot and a great hero at the same time, since he has a great quirk. Shinji. I see, and how is Izuku? Saito. Well, he is a friendly and very chivalrous boy, said smiling. Shinji. I see. Saito. What do you think? Shinji. That. Saito. Asuka and Rai already have a boyfriend. Shinji. Seriously, what surprises me is that Rai is a serious and somewhat cold girl really has a boyfriend. Saito. Of course he does, and it's Izuku. Shinji. What's it? Screaming shocked. Saito. I'd better not even tell you who Asuka's boyfriend is. Shinji. Izuku surprised. Saito. Yes. Shinji. What's it? Screaming shocked. But Izuku. Izuku. Ready, I already have the list of the pilots who are going to come here to nerve and be new pilots. Ray. Who? Asuka. I hope you won't add to the village prostitute yourself. Eri. What were those words in Spanish? Confused. Ray. No, Eri, don't say that word since it's a rudeness, but don't say it. Eri. Okay, mama. Izuku. Very well, here go the names: Bakugo, Todoroki, Kirishima, Momo, Sayu and Jiru, since they are the strongest in the class. Asuka. Finally stronger for our base. Izuku. Very well, we already have everything ready to make the age of extinction of Los Angeles arrives at once. Ray. I'm afraid of losing control. Izuku. Don't worry, we're all here so you don't lose control. Eri. And more, your dad hugging him. Asuka. Izuku laugh. That's why we love you so much, daughter, giving her lots of kisses, making Eri laugh a lot. Itsuko. Guys, he's here. Asuka. There, I hope that fool is no longer a crybaby. Izuku. He has you bad, we all cry. Asuka. But he exaggerates a lot to the point that once he cried because they put him in an EVA walking just like everything. Ray. Well, I think Shinji has changed, I think he's more mature now. Asuka. I hope so. Izuku. I want to meet him now. So they arrive where Shinji's EVA was, and then everyone sees Shinji. Shinji. Hello everyone, he said smiling. Ritsuko. Hello Shinji, hugging him, I'm glad to see you again. Shinji. Me too, Miss Ritsuko. Asuka. Welcome home, silly, hugging him. Shinji. I missed you too. Ray. Welcome back to nerve. Shinji. Thank you for this welcome, he said smiling. You are Izuku Midoriya, right? Izuku. That's right, and you are Shinji Ikari. Shinji. Nice to meet you. Wow, I never thought I'd see the son of Commander Inko, this is impressive. Inko. But look who is Shinji Ikari, hugging him. Welcome back Shinji. Shinji. Thank you Commander, it's a great pleasure to return home, and I didn't know I had a son. Inko. Yes, he is my son, hugging him. Shinji. I never thought I had never had children. Izuku. Yes, now you know me in person. Shinji. I'm glad to meet you, Izuku Midoriya, hugging him. Izuku. I'm glad to see you met, smiling. The next day. Saito. Hey Shinji, it's already daytime, so I had to get up to train, entering the room seeing that no one was there. Why am I not surprised? I knew that this would happen again. Already at night. Izuku. We were in all places all day and nothing. Saito. He left nothing. Asuka. Where could Izuku be? I think he came to the surface, I'll see, leaving Misato's house. Ritsuko. I understand, he lives with a lot of trauma since he entered nerve here, since he fought his first angel and then all of them. Ray. It must be very hard for him to assimilate that he has to eliminate all the angels, caressing Eri's head. But Izuku. Izuku was in a forest where he was in the trees jumping one by one until he sees that there was a person there and sees that it was Shinji and goes towards him. Izuku. Shinji. Shinji. Hey Izuku, how did you find me? Izuku. It was a mere coincidence, but I see what you're doing out here, confused. Shinji. I'm leaving here. Izuku. Why surprised? Shinji. I didn't do it to be a hero, but I was forced. Izuku. By your father, right? Shinji. You see, since I was a child he was always cruel to me, he abandoned me forever, and until I was 14 I returned to see him, but I no longer wanted to know more about him, since I do not want to be a hero, much less a pilot, he said annoyed. I'm afraid Izuku of repeating all my traumas from when I was inside the EVA. Annoyed surprised Izuku, since he did not know that. Izuku. You know, when I was studying to become a hero I was also afraid, he said sincerely. Shinji. Seriously? Izuku. Yes, I was very afraid in the past, but I learned how to control my fears, and when I became a pilot I was not afraid of anything, but I continued for everyone. Shinji. I understand Izuku, but. I wouldn't finish speaking since someone arrives and attacks Izuku, but Izuku dodges it and grabs Shinji. Izuku. Who are you seriously? Mercenary. I am a mercenary, one of your friends hired me so I will finish my job. At that the mercenary runs towards Izuku and teleports and kicks Izuku, but Izuku would throw a whip, but the mercenary dodges it. At that moment he sticks his great sword in Izuku's chest, causing Izuku to be in shock, and Izuku began to bleed and takes out many whips, where they began to hit the mercenary, where they began to damage him, and Izuku would throw many smash, but not the mercenary would dodge it. But suddenly. Izuku. Dee screaming and giving a western blow to the mercenary where he sends him far away, and Izuku was standing there. Shinji. Izuku in shock. Izuku. My shit, vomiting blood and fainting. Guard. Mrs. Inko, we already found him. Inko. Izuku running to him. Ritsuko. Let's go quickly to the infirmary. Chapter 16 Izuku's New Heart. Narrator. We see Izuku on a stretcher while many nurses pushed him. Ritsuko. Inko, you can't come in. Inko. But I want to see my son crying and trying to get in. Ritsuko. Inko, please stop. Inko. I want my baby, I don't want to lose him crying again. Ritsuko. Listen to me well, Inko, I will try to save Izuku, did you understand? Inko. But I want my baby crying. Isado. Ritsuko, go see Izuku, quickly hugging Inko, which she was still crying. Then that Asuka arrives and Riri and Eri. Eri. Where is my dad? Asuka. Where is Izuku? Riri. I want to see him. Isado. Izuku, I had a big accident, someone attacked him. Shinji. This is all my fault since I should never have left Nerve. Asuka. Yes, it's completely your fault, Furious. Isado. No, Asuka, it wasn't his fault, it was someone from a mercenary who maybe the UA hired, maybe it's someone from the UA too. Asuka. Damn, Ua will never leave us alone for once, upset. Isado. I hope Ritsuko comes quickly. At that Ritsuko arrives. Inko. Ritsuko, tell me quickly what happened to my son is fine, he is alive, he is still alive, screaming, shaking her from side to side, but Ritsuko slaps her about 3 times, that calms her. Ritsuko. Already calm down, Izuku is fine, since we were able to stop the bleeding, but. Inko. But he is in shock. Ritsuko. His heart is failing a lot since the bastard made a super strong cut that cut his heart, now he has tubes in his heart since it is beating super weak. That left everyone in shock since Izuku was between life and death. Ray. But he is alive. Ritsuko. Yes, but his heart rate is super slow, but yes, he is alive. Isado. And what should we do? Ritsuko. The only way is a heart transplant surgery, but with energy, since his heart is stopping every now and then. Inko. But I know how to make that heart. Isado. That. Inko. Follow me, Misado, and the 4 of you wait here since we want news of Izuku. Come, Misado, I'll be in my laboratory so you can let me know quickly. Ritsuko. Okay. 10 minutes later. We see Inko entering her laboratory where she enters and sees some pieces and breaks a missile. Isado. What are you going to do, confused? Inko. Let's make a new heart for Izuku, but this one will be linked to his quirk since this way he will be able to accumulate more energy, especially from his quirk taking out some pieces. Isado. Count on me, after all Izuku matters a lot to me. Inko. I love you, did you say that as a friend or do you really love my son disassembling a missile? Isado. I love him as my best friend, that maybe friends don't love each other. Inko. Yes, whatever you say, only if you are boyfriends, I mean the third girlfriend, I accept your relationship with Izuku, she said calmly, disassembling a missile, blushing a lot. Misado and Inko grabs a piece. Isado. What is that? Inko. This is palladium, since it is useful for Izuku's new heart, I need at least a lot so disarm almost all the missiles. Isado. Okay, taking off her jacket. Inko. With those breasts, maybe if you beat Rei and Asuka. Isado. That I love him as a friend, annoying with a vein in his forehead. But Asuka and laugh. Rei and Asuka were in the hospital room waiting for answers. Rei. Do you think it's the 4 eyes? Asuka. What are you talking about? Rei. Do you think the 4 eyes with the blue hair could have done it? Asuka. Do you think so? Rei. I know very well, but I feel that Four Eyes is the culprit. It would be looking at the hospital window while it was raining a little. With Inko. Inko. It's already Masato. Masato. She's already taking molten metal out of her cauldron. Inko. Okay, put it here. Masato. I'm already putting the Mei in the hot in a small sand. Inko. Very good, taking out a ring. Inko. Well, I'm just missing a couple of pieces. Masato. Very well. 1 hour later. We see Inko and Masato at the table, but Inko turns on something that made her surprised. Inko. Yes, I was super surprised to see Izuku's new heart. Masato. What is that surprised? Inko. It is the miniature of an arc reactor. Izuku's new heart is not only the new heart for Izuku as a controller, is so that Izuku does not lose his mind and does not become an angel, so that he does not destroy us, since Izuku is the strongest of all, seeing the reactor shining. Masato. And what do you plan to do? Inko. It is Izuku's new heart, since if his quirk does not get out of control, this will serve as a tranquilizer to calm him when he becomes an angel. Masato. Then let's go at once. 1 hour later. Ritsuko. It can't be seeing the arc reactor. Inko. That could help Izuku. Ritsuko. Grabbing it. I will try to make this his new one, but the surgery will be somewhat long. Asuka laugh. Just save Izuku, nothing more. Ritsuko. Okay, I'm going to start getting into the operating room. 1 hour later. Asuka. Look, I laughed. I brought blankets and sheets and some food for the night, since we don't know anything about Izuku, so we'll stay tonight. Ray. Good idea, sheltering Eri and her. Inko. My question is, why did they do that to Izuku? Masato. We will send a message to the US soon, because what they did to him is unforgivable. Asuka. But at least we already have an idea, knowing who the culprit is. It's kind of upset. Masato. Well, what matters is that Izuku is okay. Inko. Fine, and we won't leave until Izuku wakes up. 3:30 in the morning. We see everyone asleep in the hospital room. Asuka and Rei hugged Eri so she wouldn't get cold. But Ritsuko leaves the room. Ritsuko. Guys, waking everyone up, and everyone wakes up suddenly. Inko. What happened? Super worried. Asuka. Yes, what happened? Rei. Okay, Izuku. Masato. Is Izuku okay? Shinji. Is Izuku still alive? Everyone. Please tell us, they said worriedly. Ritsuko. They ask you an important question. They already want to see Izuku. At that point, everyone runs like lightning to Izuku, where they see him on a stretcher. Asuka. Rei. Eri. Love Dad approaching. Ritsuko. Don't touch him yet since he's resting. Masato. His chest. Ritsuko. It's his new heart, but we have to let him rest. Chapter 17, Izuku vs Koharu. Narrator. We see Izuku waking up little by little, and he wakes up completely, but I feel an extra weight and sees that Ryu and Asuka lying on the sides, but they all began to wake up. Asuka. Ryu. Eri. Dad, love hugging him. Izuku. What happened to me? Shinji. Izuku, are you okay? Izuku. What happened to me? Inko. A mercenary attacked you and Shinji, that's why you're here. Izuku. Oh, I see, but he was surprised by what he saw in his chest. But what is this? Ritsuko. Is it your new heart, Izuku? Since you lost a lot of blood because you were pierced by a large sword, but now you can live in peace, you just have to get used to your new heart. Izuku. But can you live in peace? Masato. Yes, Izuku, apart from it is a tranquilizer, so that if you get upset you can control yourself well. Izuku. I see, seeing his reactor, I feel like my quirk has joined the reactor to such an extent that it may take out a large ball of energy. But suddenly everything turns red. Eri. Moms, what's going on? Scared. Asuka. Now what's going on? Hugging Eri. Inko. Maya, what's going on? Talking on her radio. Maya. He escaped. Inko. What a son of a bitch, annoying. Shinji. Who escaped? Inko. Koharu. Ritsuko. But as if his cell was the most protected of all, in shock. Masato. Really, he got out? Shinji. Not there again, not with fear. Izuku. Who is that? Inko. We have to go look for him now. Izuku, are you ready or do you need more time to rest? Izuku. I'm ready for another mission. Standing up. Inko. Let's go for them. So everyone runs out to look for Koharu. They were running, but Izuku feels a wave where he realizes that it was Koharu. Izuku. Hey, I'm feeling Koharu, come this way. So they began to follow Izuku, where they arrive at the Evan and saw nothing more and nothing less than Koharu there. Calm down. Koharu. Hello to everything and tell me who is the one from green. Izuku. I am Izuku Midoriya, and who are you? Koharu. Ah, you are Midoriya the angel boy. How are you? I heard that you are like me, an angel. Asuka. Yes, but at least he is not a damn angel from hell, damn monster. Koharu. I love you, Izuku. Izuku. What a mess. Confused. Koharu. Yes, I really love you Izuku, since we are like two drops of water that come together and maybe their souls are one person. Izuku. Enough of declarations of love, taking out a whip and cutting his abdomen, making Koharu salty running to the surface. Asuka. Okay, I'm going for the river, take care of our daughter, entering the Eva, coming out to the surface. Izuku. I'll accompany you, activating one for all at 100% and coming out to the surface. Asuka. Very well idiot, today you are going to die and we will defeat you. Koharu. Their Asuka is always as arrogant as ever, but you know transforming, but Asuka stops him. Asuka. Don't even think you'll transform. Koharu. Izuku will always be mine licking her lips. Asuka. I'll kill Yaoi. So the three of them began to hit Izuku and Koharu transformed into angels where they began to hit each other, but Izuku kicks him that sends him far away, something that Asuka takes advantage of, and with a hook she sticks it in his stomach, something that Izuku takes advantage of and pulls him up making him bleed a lot. Asuka. You like that, son of a bitch. Koharu. They fell. In that, the two of them are pierced by two large swords that made them collide with both, but the one who received more damage was Asuka, since it hit her in her right eye and Izuku in his shoulder. Izuku Asuka. I is screaming in pain. Koharu. How good it feels when they scream he said happily. Asuka. I'll kill you I'll kill you I'll kill you I'll kill you I'll kill grabbing the controller and starting to hit him and Izuku also hit him until. Izuku. Dies his chest lights up a lot and he would release a super ray that goes through Koharu's head, cutting his neck, thus dying Koharu, and finally his rain, and Izuku continued roaring until a large ray electrocuted him, causing him to faint. Asuka. No running Asia Izuku. Asuka. Don't even think you're going to faint again. Izuku reacts by hitting him. Asuka. Damn Izuku wake up I'm already tired of you always being in a coma wake up damn or we won't have Hex for 5 months. Izuku. What happened waking up slowly. Asuka. Shit if it worked surprised. Izuku. Love your eye in shock. Asuka. I don't give a shit about my eye are you okay love? Izuku. Yes I'm fine but you. Asuka. I don't care about that, but now we are both happy giving him a kiss, I love you Izuku. Izuku. Me too Asuka giving him another kiss, but sees a giant head in the distance. Izuku. Goodbye Koharu the Supreme Angel seeing the head slowly melting, thus dying Koharu the Supreme Angel. Chapter 19 Izuku vs Redestro Shigaraki. Narrator. We see Izuku in a super quiet room. Masato. Well Izuku your arc reactor is super healthy and shiny, but I don't like the wounds he made around your reactor. Izuku. They are just small scars. Masato. Calm down I will give you something by opening a small box, look this ointment will remove all the scars. So Masato puts the ointment, but she didn't take her eyes off Izuku's abdomen and body, making him let out a small sigh. Izuku. Murado I think I already have a lot on my chest. Masato. Ah yes sorry cleaning something, ready it's done you can put on your sweater a little blushed, and Izuku puts on his sweater. Izuku. Let's go see Asuka. Masato. Okay then we'll see what we will do with Koharu's corpse. So they leave the body where they walk to another room where Asuka was with an eye patch. Izuku. Love running Asia her, are you okay? Asuka. You've been better than before Izuku how are you? Izuku. That does not matter I only care about you giving him a kiss on his head, God love you should never have helped me love. Asuka. Love come closer I want to tell you something in your ear. Izuku. Yes tell me approaching and Asuka gives him a sape. Asuka. Do not be an idiot I do not want to be single much less a widow. Izuku. Sorry it's that I worry about you. Asuka. Fortunately Koharu is already dead I think he wanted you to be his boyfriend how disgusting. Izuku. At least it's all over but you I. Asuka. You see that I went blind right? Izuku. No. Asuka. Maybe I lost an eye not the eyes but at least I will continue to see your beautiful emerald green eyes giving him a kiss. Izuku. And I will try to control myself much more in an angel form since I accidentally destroyed almost half the place with a drop of sweat. Asuka. It's okay. 2 weeks later. We see Ikari in his office looking at a file next to it was Izuku and Inko. Ikari. So he wants to send to my pilots to fight against all the villains. Nezu. That's right. Ikari. Okay being a director of a great school of heroes and being an intelligent person, that's why he came to us because in order for us to finish them off quickly. Nezu. Listen Mr. Ikari we need you since the League of Villains increased a lot of villains, so much so that we feel that they are like 100,000 villains. Ikari. Well taking off your glasses, Mr. Nezu we fight many angels daily and the truth is we always try to reach extinction those angels and now you want to get us to convert villains. Inko. I know you made a big mistake betraying my son, but this is too much since we face things much bigger than villains, and I sincerely believe that no. Nezu. Please, we need them since it is a large army since they had always recruited many villains. Izuku sighs. Well, we agree to help them. Bakari. Well, if it's your decision, Izuku is fine, but with a big condition. Nezu. Which? Izuku. Never come back and that my friends who did not betray me come to Nerve to be pilots and then never visit us again for anything in the world, okay? Nezu. If that's your decision, Izuku is fine. Izuku. Well, we will be in contact, but when they attack. Nezu. Tomorrow, but we are all ready to attack. Inko. Okay. Izuku. And Nezu. Nezu. Yes, young Midoriya. Izuku. Shigaraki is mine. Nezu. Okay, young man, well, see you tomorrow. The next day. We see the Evas ready to attack. Izuku. Very well, they understood the plan. Ray. I don't understand why you agreed to help them, love. Shinji. Yes, why did you accept? Izuku. Because I don't want my best friends to be dead thanks to those wretches, besides I have pending slopes with Shigaraki, seriously. Ritsuko. Guys, can you hear me? Asuka. Loud and clear. Ritsuko. Well, in front of you a few meters you will find a mansion where all the villains are, we will be watching through the mountains. Izuku. Well, as soon as the heroes come we run towards the mansion. And that all the heroes arrive. Asuka. Let's end this once and for all. So the Evas ran super fast, while the heroes followed them until they reached Destro's mansion, where Asuka gives a strong kick that destroys the mansion. Asuka. It's a second. Izuku. But leaving the Eva where she goes down to see everyone, seriously. Midnight. Worse if this was the location. Endeavor. Hawks, brat, you gave us the wrong address. Hawks. But yes, this is Destro's house. Amoy Woods. And where are the villains? Mount Lady. Maybe they hid confused. But Izuku feels a huge super strong pulse. Izuku. Careful. And that Destro appears and sends everyone flying, and Izuku grabs him by the neck and sends everyone flying much further, including the Evans. Destro. Your heart is mine, ripping out the arc reactor from Izuku and throws him to the ground where he teleports super far. Shinji. Izuku shocked. Asuka. My god, we have to help him, but I can't get out of my Eva. Ray. Love, wait. Shinji. I can't get out there to help him. Inko. Sun running out. With Destro. Shigaraki. Do you have your armor ready? Destro. Ready, I was only missing the most important component, the heart of All Might's successor, putting it in his armor. Shigaraki. It can't be there, he comes breathing fire. Destro. Now the League of Paranormal Villains will destroy everything the heroes did by making many airwaves that send everyone flying and at the same time making energy balls that send many heroes far away. Villains. Let's kill them coming out of the trees. Endeavor. Attack, taking out a lot of fire. With Inko. Inko was running super fast but couldn't see anything since there was a huge smoke screen and it reaches Asuka's Eva head. Inko. Asuka, are you okay? Asuka. I can't get out. Hiroshima. Let's help our bro. Todoroki. Wait, there's someone next to Izuku. And that everyone sees a white-haired man in white clothes hugging Izuku. Isado. No, again. Ray. It's Izuku too. Shinji. Another Izuku. Isado. It's his angel version when he was inside that angel that time he came out. Inko. No, damn son, stay away from my son, trying to go, but Ritsuko. Ritsuko. Look what he's going to do, surprised. Izuku too. Little brother, look at everything they did to you, they did horrible things to you, but I will always support you at all times, and now approaching his face, we will stop Shigaraki together. At that, Izuku too gets into Izuku's body, surprising everyone, where Izuku suddenly wakes up, seeing that his chest was fine, and began to crawl towards his Eva, where he began to take out many whips. And that Izuku tears off many pieces of his nanotechnologist suit, where many pieces stick, where they began to form new pieces, where they saw that Izuku created a new propellant and a large cannon he brought. Izuku. Rolls shooting into the air. But Shigaraki. Shigaraki. When do they think about giving up, annoyed? Destro. Leave them, we will send them all to hell, and this country will be ours forever, annoyed. Izuku. Shigaraki starting to shoot, where he reaches Shigaraki and punches him so hard that it sends him far away. And that Izuku shot Destro's armor, causing a huge explosion, and the two fall into the forest. Destro. Dies like the other heroes, starting to hit Izuku, but Izuku was very fast and started hitting so hard that he breaks his ribs, and Destro takes out a cannon where he began to shoot, but Izuku breaks his arm where the barrel points like that and shoots, causing Destro's face to be destroyed. Destro, I, you bucking wretch. But Izuku charges his propellants where he shoots sending Re-Destro far away. Re-Destro. I'm fed up shooting anti-Quirk bullets, but Izuku takes out a sword where he cuts Re-Destro's face and he throws many energy balls. Izuku. You chose the wrong hero by burying a metal spear in his neck, climb now tearing off his face. Re-Destro I is screaming heartbreakingly where Izuku puts Re-Destro on some columns where with one hit he takes out his heart and destroys it. Re-Destro. I don't care, Shigaraki will kill you, smiling giving his last breath thus dying. Izuku. I rise you fall seeing the corpse of Re-Destro. Asuka. Love running. Midnight. Shit, Shigaraki is escaping. Izawa. Let's stop him. Izuku. Now it's you and I running away while creating a shield and a super large sword. Inko. I must help him. Ritsuko take Rai and Asuka away now. Asuka. But what? Rai. What are you talking about? Inko. I have to go help him loading a machine gun. Shinji. Us too. Inko. No guys, I'm going to go help him. Asuka. No, let's go too, but Ritsuko stops her. Inko. Girls, it sounds very dangerous what Izuku and I are going to do, so go. I think this would not have been Izuku. I love you like my daughters, so go as much as you can, and if Izuku and I do not get out alive from this, we love you very much running away. Asuka. Laugh. Inku Izuku trying to get rid of Masato and Ritsuko, and the two get into the car where Ritsuko leaves. But Izuku. Izuku was running super fast towards Shigaraki where he arrives at an abandoned factory. Shigaraki Deku throwing many fireballs where he destroys a bridge and causing many debris to fall on top of Izuku, and Shigaraki grabs Izuku with his claws where he crashes him against a wall. Izuku. I'll kill you, bastard. So the two began to hit each other quickly. Inko. I have to hide to attack him watching the fight. But Asuka and laughed. Asuka. Stop the damn car, stopping Masato. Masato. Listen to me. Asuka. No, you listen, shedding tears, we are not going to leave our. Masato. Okay, we will return, but I think it will be a bad idea. 2 minutes later. We see everyone going to where Izuku and Shigaraki were. But Masato made a big jump where there were some villains sending some villains flying. Akugu. Listen, go for the Ned, we'll try to make sure the two of them don't get there by unleashing lots of explosions, sending many villains far away. Masato. I hope my boyfriend is really worried. About Izuku and Shigaraki. The two of them were giving it their all, and Izuku kicks Shigaraki, sending him far away. Inko. I think she's weakened him enough by loading her machine gun. At that, a few shots made Inko drop her gun, and she sees Almight with a pistol, approaching her. Almight. What we did to Izuku was unforgivable, but what you did to your son is unforgivable from God or even the world. Inko. How do you know that? Almight. I know what he did to your son, that's why we want him to come back to us, so we can isolate him from the world, so he doesn't pose any danger to everyone, and so he's no longer a danger, and we can help him with his serious powers, but Izuku sees both of them. Izuku. Mom. Almight. No good angels or bad angels, Inko, just us and them, you know, and you chose them, furious. But Izuku would launch a missile where he sends Almight flying, thus dying Almight. Inko. But I'm a better hero than you, and I choose my baby again. Izuku. Mom. But Shigaraki grabs him and slams him against a wall where his helmet breaks. At that moment Shigaraki grabs the sword and puts it to his chest. Izuku. No, 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 but Shigaraki buries it in his chest, is screaming heartbreakingly. Shigaraki. You saved your stupid mother instead of saving yourself. You are a disgrace to all the angry heroes. Inko. Leave my son alone, shooting Shigaraki where Izuku throws him to the ground where he throws a fireball, and Inko keeps shooting at him. That's when Asuka and Rai arrive, who get off the truck. Inko. They really love my son. Asuka. Come here, son of a bitch. Izuku. Asuka, I gave you an order. But Asuka throws a truck with her gun where she began to kick Shigaraki while Inko shot him, and Asuka takes out her barrel and sends Shigaraki far away with a shot making him vomit blood. Inko. Get out of here. Ray. Come on, Ritsuko, Shinji, let's take his sword out. Inko. Hey, you shooting, hey. Shigaraki. Annoying wretch. Izuku. Mom, get out of here, this is my fight, vomiting blood. Shigaraki. It's my fight, throwing Asuka far away, and everyone is going to die, throwing many rays where Inko dodges while I laughed, and everyone tried to take Izuku's sword away while Inko shot him to Shigaraki, while Shigaraki tried everything to get the machine gun away, and Inko shoots him in the eye, making Shigaraki scream in pain, and Inko shoots him in the stomach, making him very angry, and Shigaraki takes out metal whips that send Inko far away, and Inko gave her last shot making Shigaraki angry and goes to Inko where she takes the machine gun away from him. Ray. Well, he's almost pulling the sword. Shigaraki. My face will be the last thing you'll see taking out his claws. Izuku. No, taking out his sword where he made a great jump and stabs it into Shigaraki's stomach. Shigaraki. What the hell? I wouldn't finish speaking since Izuku pulls Asia up making it split in half Shigaraki thus dying Shigaraki once and for all Ritsuko. Yes. But a strong explosion made all the villains disintegrate, many including All Might's body, so all the villains completely disintegrated while Izuku flies away while holding everyone. But we see each other again Izuku because now I have more power than before leaving the forest. Chapter 20 Evangelion. Narrator. We see Izuku in an infirmary room looking at some X-rays. Ritsuko. Apparently when you fuse with your brother your regeneration increases a lot. Izuku. What do you mean? Ritsuko. That your bones and their cut organs regenerate super fast to the point that if they hurt you, they regenerate quickly. Izuku. Okay, that's good, but now what are we going to do? Isado. Apparently they want you back at the UA. Izuku. In case I told Nezu not to want to know anything about the UA. Ritsuko. That was before now he's super grateful to you and gave you this by giving him a box. Izuku. What is that confused? Ritsuko. Open it. Izuku opens it seeing that it was a gold medal. Izuku. For the best student of the UA seeing the medal. Inko. It's very pretty honestly. Isado. Come on put it on Izuku. Izuku. Okay putting it on, how do I look? Ritsuko. As if you won something very big. Izuku. Okay I feel like this time everything will be different. Isado. Don't even say it anymore, there are almost no angel attacks. Izuku. But what will happen with all that about killing All Might? Inko. I explained everything to Nezu and how you killed him and Nezu understood and when they gave him an interview he confessed all of All Might's plans he had for you. Izuku. Damn crazy he only wanted me to use me as a weapon. Isado. That's not the worst I think he was planning to do something disturbing to you since Nezu when he went to his office saw a plan that would be to imprison you again in Tartarus so that you wouldn't be a danger to everyone. Izuku. Bucking great with All Might the good thing is that he's already dead, but what will happen with the UA? Isado. I think the UA has already clarified everything about you and everything about All Might since when I went to get your medicine on the surface, I saw a lot of garbage biases full of All Might products and the All Might store was outside burning All Might products and the best thing I saw is that they were making a big bonfire, well they told him things in conclusion everyone they hate All Might for what he did to you. Izuku. I expected something worse, but what does it matter going to bed, I think it will be very different now. Inko. Yes son we are all at peace now. Ritsuko. But what will happen now with the UA and Nezu? Inko. I think they are not popular anymore for anything in the world. Izuku. How bad but well in the end we are all at peace now he said calmly and relieved. 1 month later. We see Izuku in the nerve labs looking at his blood seeing that there was no cure. Izuku. Damn tired, I don't understand what is happening. Ray. No, there is no need to lose hope. Asuka. Worse, how many liters of blood did Inko use that day? Izuku. A lot like 10 liters I am 90% human and 10% I have so much curse in my body that I feel like I'm not human. Ray. We have to find a cure. Izuku. What if not maybe we should end the experiments with my blood. That's when Misado comes in. Misado. How are you guys? Izuku. Well nothing we haven't found anything. Ray. And how are you doing with the fat girl issue? Misado. We already put 5 guards and it's more than 10 times that we stopped her. Izuku. When will she understand? Asuka. And my question is who was that person who hugged you that day Izuku? Izuku. He was my brother well my angel version that turned out to be good even though I have to use my arc reactor again but I don't care. Isado. Damn Shigaraki I hope he's happy in hell. Izuku. Yes the craziest idea of his was a world without quirks but how stupid. Asuka. Hey don't be weird that no other angel has attacked. Ray. Since it you mention if they almost no longer attack this is very strange since every day they tried to attack everyone confused. But an earthquake made everything shake alerting the 4. Izuku. What's wrong? Ray. An earthquake. Asuka. Eri, where is? Isado. She's with Inko don't worry, but her phone rings, yes what's wrong answering. Haji. Misado is awake. Isado. What did you say? Haji. That woke up. Isado. Shit hanging, bad news she woke up. Izuku Ray. How in shock. Izuku. No with fear. Isado. We have to go. Izuku. Okay Ray, Asuka go with Eri and take care of her I'll take care of her. Asuka. We will be aware of everything. Ray. Anything you inform us Misado. Isado. Yes girls now let's go Izuku. So the two went to the lowest of nerve where they arrived and saw Lilith there wake. Izuku. It can't be, what's happening to him, in shock. Isado. He's growing, we must stop it. Lilith. Izuku seeing him, little bastard, I always considered you the best of all, but you are a damn traitor, you are like us, but you deeply deny that you are one like us. Izuku. I may be a monster, but at least he didn't destroy the world thanks to you, annoying. Lilith. I know, but he will. At that someone grabs Izuku where he throws him many meters making a wall break and Masato sees another Izuku. Masato. But taking out his gun. Izuku bad. What's wrong, love, don't you recognize me, am I your boyfriend, he said shamelessly. Masato. That's a lie, annoying. Asuka bad. What's wrong, you paralyze us right because we are bad version, she said shamelessly. Izuku. I will kill you both, he said annoyed. But Lilith comes out with her wings and flies away. Izuku bad. Now Izuku taking out his bone sword, no one will stop us from being able to take our planet home by flying away. Izuku. Masato running, are you okay with your arm, seeing that it was bleeding a lot? Masato. It's nothing, let's start running super fast where they reached a super high part. Izuku. Well, we arrived, activating his armor. Masato. Are you sure you can do it? Izuku. Yes, I'm very sure, since I will finally end Los Angeles and we will finally live in peace. Masato. And what happens if you die? Izuku. I don't care if I die, as long as I see my family happy I am willing to do this. Masato. I don't want you to do it. Izuku. I'm going to do it whether you like it or not, I want everything to be a new world for everyone, but Masato puts him against the door. Masato. Not shedding tears, I don't want you to die, I don't want you to go. Izuku. Forgive me, but I have to do it or else he will kill us all, I'm very sorry. Masato. I don't want you to go crying, I don't want to lose the love of my life, crying, surprising Izuku for what he said. Izuku. Why did you never tell me that, shedding tears? Masato. Because I thought you would reject me because now you are with Rei and Asuka, but I can't hide it anymore, I always loved you, crying. Izuku. Masato grabbing her face, I still love you, wiping her tears. So the two approach where the two give each other a deep kiss, a kiss that expressed all the love they both felt for a long time. While kissing, the two began to remember the day they met and how Masato helped Inko get him out of Tartarus, like that was for a few minutes, until the two separate but a thread of saliva united them. Masato. I love you, Izuku. Izuku. I love you, Masato, giving him a kiss, now I have to go for my bad version and for Archangel, running out super fast. Masato. Bucking, annoying, crying. But bad Izuku. Bad Izuku. Well, let the initiation begin. Bad Asuka. Our planet will join that miserable world. Bad Izuku. If we are going to do it, let Rei entertain my stupid version by placing a bone pillar, placing it in Lilith's heart, now let the new era of Los Angeles begin, new worlds. Bad Asuka. Get up, laugh, it's your moment now, kill them all, screaming, annoyed. At that, a huge lightning bolt goes into space where a huge portal opens where a planet began to enter the portal. But Izuku. Izuku. Well, here I go, getting into the Eva. Inko. Take care of yourself, son. Izuku. I will have. So Izuku shoots out into space with his Eva where he reaches orbit where he sees something shocking. Izuku. But in shock since Lilith was growing a lot and was transforming. Izuku. Is Rei all this time? Lilith was always Rei, I know that Rei was created, but in shock, is her mother Lilith in shock, seeing that Lilith transforms into none other than Rei. Izuku. But what the hell, in shock, she can't be her mother, or maybe she shares the same genes, in shock, hey Rei screaming, and Rei Angel turns around. I laughed, Angel. My love, getting closer to being in front of him. Izuku. For all this you are not like that, while slowly taking out a big bomb. I laughed, Angel. If I am like this you do not know me that well, love, I was always like this, love. Izuku. Please stop looking at the planet. Izuku. Yes, he is an angel. My friend, but at least he wouldn't destroy the world, upset. Izuku. But I want to make a new world, a world where everyone is happy, you, Asuka, Eri, your mom and your dad. Izuku said macabrely. But my dad is dead, confused. Izuku. You don't understand, love, your father is Akari, he always was, he always had been, he said macabrely. Izuku. Are you crazy, upset. Izuku. You don't believe me because you don't work with me, so you know everything, he said super macabrely. At that, Izuku activates 100% one for all to the maximum where he punches her so hard that it sends her flying where she gets angry and tries everything to catch him, but Izuku was very fast and was giving everything to Rei Angel, making her angry like never before, and Izuku took out a lot of whips to try to stop Rei Angel, but it was very fast. Meanwhile on Earth. Nezu. My god. Izawa. Just as Izuku said, the age of extinction has arrived. Midnight. Let's help everyone, the angels are already seeing many angels going to Earth. With Inko. Inko. Okay, let's go, we all have to stop that machine. Maya. We will try to kill everyone. Asuka laugh. Count on us, Inko grabbing her weapons. Isado. We will take care of the angels who come to Earth while Izuku is in space against Lilith. Inko. For Izuku, who should never betray him. All. For Izuku. But Izuku. Izuku. Now Dee giving him a punch so hard that it breaks his jaw and Ray Angel grabs him and hits him in the chest, making Izuku spit blood, and Izuku grabs Ray Angel's jaw where it breaks, and Izuku began to shoot him with his large cannon, doing a lot of damage to Ray Angel, and Izuku puts a large bomb in Ray's mouth, making him take it swallow. Izuku. Goodbye, wretch. With Inko. Inko. We're ready running. Isado. You tell me when you want me to kill him. Ritsuko. Let's go quickly, the planet is almost half full. I wouldn't finish talking now, a huge explosion of hay, and they saw in the sky a huge explosion where Ray Angel explodes into 1,000 pieces. But Izuku Angel. Izuku Angel. It drives me crazy furious. Asuka Angel. What the buck, you miserable sons of bitches, furious. Izuku Angel. I'll kill Izuku in a super horrible way, I'll take care of Izuku and you of the others. Asuka Angel. Very well, love, we will make a massacre with them, said brazenly. Izuku Angel. I will take care of the pillar above all, taking out his sword and his shield. Meanwhile in space. Izuku was in space, he was super thoughtful to the point that his head was spinning. Izuku. No, Ikari can't be my father since we don't look alike at all, and Shinji can't be my brother, we don't look alike at all. Super confused, Hare. But he is horrified since he was seeing Lilith's body super destroyed and many drops of blood fall on top of Izuku, where he began to remember something and is in shock. Izuku. Wait a moment, in shock, beginning to remember his entire past. Flashback. Izuku. Mom, where are they taking my brother? Inko. Izuku, go to your room now, upset where I kept clothes in a suitcase. Izuku. No, I want my brother, hugging Shinji. Akira. Izuku, come here, pulling Izuku. Shinji. No, I want my brother. Izuku. No, I want my brother. But Akira puts him in the room where Izuku only listened. Izuku. Where will they take my brother, confused. Akira. Inko brainwash Izuku so he doesn't remember anything anyway, and an angel, maybe his memory will be erased. End of flashback. Izuku. Screaming super loud, so Shinji was always my brother, and that Ikari is my father, in shock. But why don't I understand it? Shedding tears at the same time he gets angry. I'm going to kill that son of a bitch of my bad version, upset, and he was about to go to Earth, but someone grabs him. I laughed. Angel. Did you think you would get out of here easily, love, he said macabrely. Izuku. You know, Ray, you forget something if you love me, so why didn't you remember this? Ray Angel. What thing? Izuku. That I'm an angel. And that Izuku transforms into an angel where he punches Ray Angel so hard and began to attack her super fast, but Izuku in his angel form is super fast and punches him so hard that it made blood come out of his mouth, and Ray Angel began to try to scratch Izuku drawing blood, but Izuku was very fast that he tried everything to hit him with everything, and Ray Angel punches him, and Izuku gives him one that sends him far away. Meanwhile on Earth. Ray. But what's happening, in shock? Asuka. Is challenging the Alpha, in shock. Inko. Is that they want to distract us so that we cannot reach the pillar, we go quickly running, and they find Midnight and some heroes. Asuka. Perfect, Midnight, come with us and you go with Inko. Midnight. Okay, let's go. But Izuku. Izuku and Angel continue to hit each other with everything, and Izuku throws a punch that breaks his ribs where Izuku grabs her by the neck, but Angel laughs at Blade where she grabs Izuku. Angel laugh. You are a damn disgrace to everyone, you are an angel, not a stupid human, damn wretch, you are an angel, and not a damn human, furious. Izuku. Yes, I am an angel, but activating 100% of one for all, I am a hero angel. But Asuka and the others. Asuka. Well, my bad version is down there and some angels. Isado. There we have to be prepared. Midnight. I'm ready to put her to sleep. Inko. We mustn't lose, we have only one chance. I wouldn't finish speaking now. Asuka Angel sees them and with some whips grabs them all where she throws them to the ground. Asuka Angel. They thought I was stupid to let me kill, splitting a nerve soldier in half. Isado. Shooting. At that, a super strong explosion was present in the sky, leaving everyone shocked. Asuka laughed. Misado. Izuku screaming. Asuka Angel. How stupid, finally died. Asuka. They are some bastards attacking Asuka Angel, but Asuka Angel grabs her and raises her sword. Asuka Angel. It's time to die. But Izuku. Izuku was falling into a nosedive where half of his nanotechnologist suit was destroyed and Izuku was fainting at the same time. He was bleeding from his head and his body was burned and he was bleeding from half of his face. Meanwhile in Izuku's mind. Izuku 2. Little brother, wake up. Izuku. What happened waking up? Izuku 2. It's not time to sleep, we have to stop our brother now. Izuku. I don't know, maybe I caused this, I caused the end of the world, everyone is condemned to death, it's my fault. Izuku 2. No little brother, it's not your fault, listen to me, I know we are both angels, but you know one thing, we are not evil angels, we are hero angels, so wake up little brother, so we can fight against our bad brother. Izuku. Okay brother, I love you very much. Izuku 2. I also have love very much little brother. Outside of Izuku's mind. Izuku suddenly wakes up where he regenerates and Izuku turns around where Izuku looks at everyone and his suit was quickly repaired. Izuku. Well, if they want war by putting on their mask, I'll give them war by transforming their arms into cannons. So Izuku began to shoot at all the angels that came from all sides and Izuku shoots at Asuka, the angel, and some angels that surrounded her, all of Asuka. Izuku is surprised while Izuku continues to shoot and reaches the ground where he deforms his arms. Izuku. I came here to kick ass, taking off his mask, what a strange voice my mask has. Ray. I'm glad you're alive, love said happily. Inko. Son hugging him. Izuku Angel. How good that our planet is almost on land. Inko. We're all going to the pillar. Midnight tries to put Asuka to sleep. Angel now running. But Izuku Angel. Izuku Angel. Finally our planet will come to us, Ed smiling and happy. Asuka Angel. Love, there are many. Izuku Angel. Take this cannon so you can kill them all. Asuka Angel. Thank you love. So going like that to where everyone was and began to shoot at everyone while Izuku killed everyone. Isado. I have an idea, follow me, girls running up a building. Asuka Angel. I will kill them all, shooting everyone. Uraraka. I have to get Izuku back now, running. Todoroki. How is it possible that they do not stop coming, taking out ice and fire at the same time? Isado. Well, are you ready, Midnight? Midnight. More than ready. Itsuko. Now. And that Midnight jumped outside the building where she takes out her whip and ties up Asuka Angel and Izawa arrives and ties Asuka Angel's neck. Asuka Angel. What are you doing, upset, trying to talk? Midnight. Saving Izuku, taking out her gas where Asuka Angel tried not to sleep and began to shoot everywhere and Midnight falls on top of a car. Inko. Well done Midnight, you did it. Asuka. Good job Midnight. Ray. Thanks Midnight for helping us, but today she will die. Asuka Angel. What a shit, dizzy, shooting everywhere. Izawa. Don't even think you'll escape, grabbing her bandages very tightly while her hands were drawing blood. Isado. Fire. So Maya, Misado and Ritsuko starting to shoot at Asuka Angel where they began to do a lot of damage, making her bleed too much and Asuka Angel was shooting everywhere. Isado. We hurt her enough. Maya. Where is Izuku? Ritsuko. She is helping all the heroes against Los Angeles, we are giving her time and the fight is against her brother. With Inko. Inko. Come on girls, hiding. Izawa. Damn, they keep coming more, taking out more their bandages. Midnight. The pillar is on top of the tower. Ray. Now how do you deactivate it? And that they see Izuku flying super fast. Asuka. Izuku. But Izuku reaches the bottom where he began to cut in half all the Los Angeles that were there and at the same time he shot with their cannons to all the angels who were quickly dying and quickly cuts the two more where it reaches where Asuka Angel was. Asuka Angel. I'll kill you, shooting dizzy and badly wounded where Izuku activates 100% of One for All and punches him so hard that it tears off a piece of his stomach and knocks her to the ground where it breaks her neck, thus dying. Izuku. They are all going to die, grabbing the cannon where the pillar fires, causing the structure to break. Izuku Angel. No, screaming furiously and the lightning stops releasing energy and the planet is left in half. Izuku. Come here brother, furious, drawing his sword. Izuku Angel. Izuku taking out his sword, have you forgotten who you are, furious and going down while stabbing his sword into the building, causing a lot of debris to fall. Izuku Angel. I offer you our planet your home and you choose these miserable humans furious. Izuku. I prefer humans more than my own race taking out an axe, I will kill Yaoi pouncing on Izuku Angel. At Izuku. I will restart the pillar furious. Izuku. First you will have to defeat me furious. So the two began to fight super strong. Isado. Let's destroy the pillar once and for all. Izuku Angel. Angels activate the pillar screaming dodging Izuku's sword. Inko. Come on run everyone shooting at the angels that were while some would dodge everything. Izuku Angel. I will restart the pillar once and for all dodging Izuku's blows. Uraraka. Said the pillar seeing the pillar, if I activate it again maybe Deku-kun and I would finally be happy again and we would leave this miserable planet running. Ray. Let's go quickly dodging the angels. Itsuko. You go Ray we give you time by killing an angel. Izuku Angel. Reinforcement blocking Izuku's acha, angels attack Izuku annoyed. So all the angels began to attack everyone, but Izuku takes out many whips that go through many angels while Rei was running dodging all the chaos of Los Angeles and reaches the pillar but sees Uraraka. Rei. Uraraka dodging a rock that she threw, Uraraka stop there. But Uraraka takes out a super annoying gun. Rei. Stop you can't do. Uraraka. Not only is there a future for me and my Izuku annoyed, but an explosion caused him to lose focus and Rei punches him in the leg making him fall and the two began to fight but Uraraka makes her float far away and Uraraka grabs the pillar and lifts it where the pillar began to float and again began to give energy to the planet that little by little was getting closer to Earth. With Izuku. Izuku and Izuku Angel were fighting super hard but a strong explosion from Endeavor made Izuku Angel fall to the ground. Endeavor. Izuku will defeat you, I'll just give him a hand, smiling, bringing out more fire. Izuku Angel. Damn, taking out his wings where he began to fly. Izuku. Bucking wretch taking out his wings where he began to fly. Isado. Come on Midnight, Asuka, Inko and the others go with Izuku, we're going for Rei. With Rei. Rei and Uraraka were still fighting where she makes her float. Uraraka. You chose Bando, hitting her stomach, you chose wrong, hitting her stomach, knocking her to the ground. Rei. My baby super worried, grabbing her stomach, making her very angry. With Izuku. Izuku Angel was flying super fast and reaches a forest, but Izuku arrives and grabs him, crashing him into some trees where they began to fight. Izuku Angel. You were always the bravest, blocking Izuku's attacks with his shield, but you never made the right decisions, getting up where he began to attack Izuku with his sword. Angel Izuku. Our planet taking away his sword will survive sending Izuku's axe flying. Izuku. No. He wouldn't finish speaking since Angel Izuku stabs his sword into Izuku's right arm, causing him to fall. Izuku. AI is screaming loudly and Izuku Angel throws him to the ground where he began to kick him. Izuku Angel. We were all gods once kicking Izuku, but here. Izuku. Please vomiting blood. Izuku Angel. Here just open one raising his sword and was about to stick it in Izuku's back. But some strong explosions hit him making him very angry and the expulsions made him lose a lot of blood. Bakugo. This is my planet starting to hit Angel Izuku with great rage where he did a lot of damage and made him lose a lot of blood and Bakugo throws him to the ground. Bakugo. Let it be very clear that nobody messes with my brother. He wouldn't finish speaking since someone sticks a knife in him making him spit blood and the knife comes out of his stomach and falls to the ground. With laughter. Uraraka was super happy that the planet was almost complete but go to laughter, but she was furious. Uraraka. I saved a buried world where Izuku and I would be very happy and finally I can be happy again with my Deku-kun and finally we will have the family we always wanted and you think you are a hero and I will save my husband from you and the other bitch tell me you think you are a furious heroine. I laughed. Not just an EVA pilot punching him that breaks his nose, but Uraraka's body collides with the lightning, making him scream heartbreakingly at the same time he is electrocuted. Uraraka. I is screaming heartbreakingly while an eye popped out. At that Uraraka's body explodes into 1,000 pieces, thus dying Uraraka. Inko. The pillar is still connected. Itsuko. I laughed running shooting. Midnight. There we have to help Rei the pillar is still connected running. Maya. Knock down that pillar shooting. Asuka. For Izuku taking a jump where he grabs the pillar and falls to the ground with the pillar and began to break into 1,000 pieces. Midnight. Look, it merged seeing that many angels were returning to their planet thanks to a ray that sent them back. Asuka. We did it smiling. Meanwhile in space. The planet stopped receiving energy making the planet begin to explode into 1,000 pieces and began to form a black hole where it began to suck the entire planet where Los Angeles was. With Izuku. Izuku. So you were always the traitor. Iida. That's right, I was always throwing it at Bakugo. Izuku. I guess you're happy, right? Coughing blood. Iida. Now we need a small truce, sending Bakugo away. Bakugo. Son of a bitch, vomiting blood, clutching his stomach wound. Iida. Everything that is known about me should be erased and give me one for all that I have half and let me be free being a villain and I will continue with my lord's plans. Besides, what would you be without me? Midoriya annoyed and Izuku gets up. Izuku. It's time to find out, putting on his mask and regenerating his arm. At great speed, Izuku sticks his axe in his chest and breaks his left arm and sticks his axe in his skull. Izuku. Roar if you can. With a great pull, he takes Iida's head out of his body, causing a lot of blood to come out of his body, and Izuku throws Iida's head to the ground and thus Iida dies. Izuku. Goodbye, son of a bitch. Tired and the one for all returns to Izuku's body. So you had always had it. Thank you very much for giving it back to me, and thanks to his betrayal super that he had a great family. Smiling seeing Izuku Angel. Bakugo. Ends with the brother grabbing his wound. Izuku. When we get out of here I will invite you a hamburger, putting Bakugo in a tree, and Izuku goes to where Izuku Angel was. Izuku Angel. Izuku coughing blood, all I wanted was for our species to survive, vomiting blood, you must understand why I had to betray you. Izuku. You didn't betray me, loading his cannon, you betrayed yourself. Izuku Angel. No Izuku but is shot by Izuku, wait brother. He would not finish speaking since Izuku shoots him in the head, causing too much bleeding. Izuku Angel. Goodbye brother, I love you, saying his last words and dying like that, dying Izuku Angel, and Izuku just looked at the sky watching Lilith's body fall. Then Asuka arrives and I laughed. Asuka. Love running. Izuku. Take Bakugo now, he said, super weak. I laughed. Come on love, come on. Izuku. No time, take Bakugo, falling to the ground. Asuka. Love, let's go. Izuku. You don't understand love, I am to blame for all this, I only brought destruction, so go now, he said, super weak. I laughed. No love, come on. Izuku. No time, smiling, have a good life and be happy, smiling and closing his eyes. Bakugo. Brother spitting blood. With Inko. Inko. Shit running super fast. But Lilith's body falls to the ground already dead. Ritsuko. He did it. Masato. And the boys in shock. Inko. Son shedding tears. Midnight. We won. Maya. But at what cost to Izuku dying? Inko. Son shedding many tears watching Lilith's body fall slowly. In that smoke comes out Rai and Asuka with their adamantium suits next to Bakugo, who was shot out thanks to their great explosions, while Asuka and Rai carried Izuku super weak and Bakugo made great explosions. Asuka. Don't worry love, we're going to nerve. Rai. You'll be okay. Bakugo. We're almost there, let's go, no need to give up, taking out more explosions. Final chapter, wedding. Narrator. We see everyone running super fast to the infirmary with Izuku super unconscious, and they arrived at a room. Ritsuko. Quick, pass me the defibrillator now. Maya. Here it is, turning on the machine. Ritsuko. Here 1 2 3, giving Izuku a pulse, again 1 2 3, giving Izuku more pulse, one more, come on Izuku, come back with us, here we go 1 2 3, giving Izuku a pulse. Meanwhile outside. We see everyone worried about Izuku. Inko. How much he fought, how much Lilith and her evil version. Masato. I think he used all his power since he activated it in space and activated it against his fight with his evil double. Asuka. My god, shocked. That's when Bakugo arrives. Bakugo. How is my nerd worried? Masato. I don't know, I hope everything is okay. Inko. Are you okay now Bakugo? Bakugo. Much better. Inko. I hope Mitsuki doesn't kill me for sending you with us to the war. Shinji. For that Miss Ritsuko does not arrive to tell us how Izuku is. Midnight. But wait a moment, I have a question, because Izuku has a good and bad version of him. Ray. Because he is an angel he can be bad or good whenever he wants, but when he talks to his Eva and with Lilith the two came out, that is why he has or had two versions of him. Midnight. I see, but where did all the angels? Oh Masato. To a galaxy very very far away, but there is no need to fear, since it is super far from everything, they will never be able to get there only thanks to that pillar, it was their only door to get there, and they will never be able to get there. Midnight. I hope not. That's when Ritsuko arrives. Everyone. How's Izuku? Ritsuko. The good news is that he is out of danger and he is calm and he is cured. Inko. Thank God, said smiling. Ritsuko. But the bad thing is that he went into a coma, but don't worry, in a week he will come out like. Ray. We can see. Ritsuko. Of course, come walk where everyone follows him and open the door, seeing Izuku in bed with many bandages on his head and hands super plastered. Asuka. Well, at least he's super well, smiling. Ray. We're going to take good care of him and more for you, Asuka. Asuka. Come on, it was only once. Masato. Yes, me and Rei will take good care of you. Inko. And I'm more sitting next to him, I hope you wake up quickly, son. Timeskine 1 week later. We see Inko in Izuku's room reading a book quietly. At that, Izuku slowly opens his eyes, and Inko was surprised since Izuku finally woke up. Inko. You finally wake up, son, said happily, but look at Izuku's face that was angry. Is something wrong, son? Izuku. You lied to me all my life, you have seriously lied to me, when will you stop hiding more lies and deceptions from me all my life? Inko. What do you speak, confused? Izuku. I spoke with Lilith before she died, and she told me my whole story, that you and Akari had me, and that Hisashi was never my father, but Akari. Then they had Shinji, my younger brother, and when he was 4 years old, they took him away from me, and they brainwashed me, so that I would forget him forever. And now that I know everything, tell me how many lies you have to tell me to hide the whole truth. Tell me why you hid it, said super seriously. Inko. Look, Izuku. Izuku. Look what Shinji, they took him out of my life, and that you experimented on me, and that they were going to kill me when we got out of control, right? Annoying. Inko. No, son, you see, when you were born, Akari, if I was worried about me, and you when you were born and reborn, Akari and Izuku were super scared that maybe you would panic or you would lose control from seeing Los Angeles, so we sent you away with Mitsuki, since I knew her for a long time, and when you were 1 year old, I got pregnant with Shinji. At first Akari was happy, but seeing that it was not a good vacancy for the Evans, we decided to send him away from danger like you, Izuku, since maybe you become an angel, but I never agreed with this, since spending time away without my children I could never hold them, hug them, kiss them all over the face, can't do anything. I never saw them grow. It was what hurt me the most in my life, but when they betrayed you and I went to rescue you to get out of Tartarus, I was finally able to have that opportunity to be with you once again, shedding a few tears. Sorry for hiding it from you all the time, I didn't know how you would react. Izuku. Don't apologize, mom, looking at the ceiling. You know, when I was a hero I always fought for you because I know that one day you would come back and I know that we would be together again, and when you took me out of Tartarus and I discovered everything that you said to be like you, a heroine, and more now with my family in Erie, I am no longer afraid to fight against the angels, but the fear of losing them all again. Seeing her mother and the two hold hands while smiling in. But they all enter. Asuka laugh. Masato Erie. Love dad running Asia the. Izuku. Wait, Masato. Asuka. We already talked with Masato, and now she is part of our harem. Izuku. I'm very glad. Eri. Daddy, finally wake up, I told them that I could. Izuku. What a thing. Inko. Eri healed all your bones and wounds, but you fell into a coma. Izuku. They're beautiful, girl, giving you lots of kisses on the head. I promise I will buy you everything you want, including the Barbie house you asked me for your birthday. Eri. It's nothing, daddy, I did it because I love you. Izuku. Yes, but you won a grand prize, smiling. Rei. Izuku, I have good news for you. Izuku. Chester from Linkin Park was never dead and will return with many albums. Asuka. Not only did he release new songs with holograms and some much better. Izuku. What a thing. Masato. Achako Uraraka has already died. Izuku. But like confused. Inko. When you were fighting with your brother, in an act of madness, she went and grabbed a pillar where Rai and Uraraka began to fight. Rai. But I gave her a big punch that made her stumble and fall onto the pillar, where she was electrocuted so horribly that she exploded into 1,000 pieces, he said dryly, and Izuku lies down. At the same time, he plays with his bed that was moving. Izuku. I don't care, lying down, relaxing, after all, she looked for it herself, he said, relaxed, watching TV. And do you think more will come? Masato. No, since you returned them to their world, one or another, yes, but not much of an issue. Izuku. I'm glad watching TV, I hope nothing happens anymore, tired. Masato. Finally everything is solved, love, smiling, hugging him. 1 hour later. We see Izuku being changed by his girlfriends. Izuku. Really, you don't have to do that, my loves. Asuka. Of course, because you are our boyfriend and we want to help you putting on his black and red Jordan 1. Rei. Also, you can't move any muscles since they hurt a lot putting on his black sweater. Izuku. Ouch, 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 sore. Masato. Sorry love, it's that I'm putting the trench coat on, you putting it on. Ready, love, you looked handsome, giving him a kiss. Izuku. Thanks, girls. Masato. Good, and now carrying him like a baby and sits him in a wheelchair, let's go. Izuku. Because we have to go to the UA. Asuka. You know, love, they want to give you something. Rei. Also, that nerve is going to throw all the remains of Lilith into the ocean. Izuku. I see, seeing Shinji. Hello, little brother, smiling. Shinji. Hello, brother, hugging. Izuku. Where is dad? Akari. Here I'm leaving, I'm so sorry son for hiding this big secret from you both. Izuku. It doesn't matter, I know you did it to protect us, and I thank you father smiling. Shinji. Come on brother, I'll take you holding the wheelchair. Inko. Okay, let's go to the car going to the car where everyone gets out and sees Inko's truck. Izuku. Nice truck mom. Inko. It's yours. Izuku. How confused. Shinji. Yes dad bought it for you brother. Izuku. Really super confused. Isado. Yes it's yours love since my father-in-law bought it for you. Asuka. But we will drive it when you recover you will drive it. Izuku. Thanks dad whispering and smiling. Inko. Well let's take Izuku where he opens the front door and gets in and everyone gets in. Isado. I drive getting into the car turning it on where he started driving and what music do we play? Asuka. Put on Blackpink Kill This Love. Eri. I want According to Who by Maluma. Shinji. I want Aj Balvin. Inko. Put on One by Shakira. Ray. I want Lil Nas X. Isado. Since I drive I will put on my Karol G. Asuka. Better again Blackpink. Ray. I want to listen to my music. Inko. Me too. Eri. But I want to play my TikTok song. Inko. No I want to play Torture. Izuku. I'm going to put Linkin Park and they are shut up your Linkin Park putting in the end on the stereo. How I love in the end great Chester screaming super excited confusing everyone. 1 hour later. Izuku. How I love Lost. Isado. Okay we've arrived turning off the stereo. Izuku. Okay but help me please. Asuka. I'm already going down and takes him out of the car where she puts him in his wheelchair. Inko. I just hope they don't come out with another apology letter walking pushing Izuku. Midnight. Oh they finally arrived come on I'll guide them grabbing Izuku. Izuku. Namuri what's happening confused. Midnight. You'll see you like it. Izuku. Okay, half confused. At that, Izuku enters the large school courtyard where all the teachers and students were applauding Izuku with great honor. Izuku. Thank you all, he said smiling while everyone applauded him loudly, at the same time they threw confetti at Izuku and Izuku arrived at a small podium where Nezu was. Nezu. Congratulations young Midoriya hugging him. Izuku. Thank you director. Izawa. I'm proud of what you did my offspring you did it, you extinguished those angels I'm proud of you. Izuku. Thank you very much sensei. Nezu. Well grabbing a microphone, young Midoriya for the great feat you did against Los Angeles and finally send them to extinction and finally be at peace since you killed Shigaraki tomorrow all for one and re-destroyed great villains of Japan and ended the angel monster and finally we can live in peace and in your honor, I give you this medal and this recognition for the great hero of the world to happiness Izuku putting the medal on him and giving him his recognition which was a small trophy. And Izuku grabs the microphone. Izuku. Thank you very much everyone, I really don't know how to react smiling, thank you all for supporting me, my mom, my loves and my brother and my daughter who were always with me at all times, my betrayal was something horrible, but thanks to that, being an EVA pilot is bigger than being the symbol of peace and being the protector of the earth and everything, and I have great news for you, the age of extinction is over and we won, he said happily making everyone very excited. Akugu. That's my brother smiling happily. 1 hour later. We see everyone on top of a large nerve military ship while everyone was watching the sea at the same time many members were releasing pieces of Lilith. Izuku. Do you think they're looking for revenge? Inko. Calm down she's already dead they're nothing without their leader. Shinji. Don't worry no angel will ever hear from him again. Captain. Take her to the deepest part of the sea. Izuku. Wait. Ray. What's wrong? Izuku. I want to say goodbye to her. Asuka. Okay taking Izuku to the edge of the ship and Izuku looks at Lilith's body while remembering his fight against her. Izuku. Goodbye Lilith brother and Asuka, I will miss you smiling a lot. I hope you are happy in heaven, which does exist and will be the best place where the three of you will be happy smiling. You can let her go now. And that the helicopters drop Lilith's corpse to the bottom of the sea sinking slowly. Inko. It's a shame that Lilith would end up dead. Izuku. Finally peace and quiet forever said relaxed watching the super calm sea seeing everything. Timeskine 1 week later. We see Izuku and his parents calm in his office. Izuku. And that's how I plan to propose to my beloved. Inko. But you're missing a ring for Misado because mine and your father's are for Rei and Asuka. Izuku. Don't worry I saw it coming and bought one for my beloved taking out a ring. Inko. Their son I don't know how to react since you're growing up very fast and you're no longer a child but a man. Izuku. Don't worry despite all this that they hid many truths from me I will always forgive them and I will continue to love them forever. Inko Akari. and Wii U's son hugging him. Timeskine 1 week later. We see Izuku in a quiet park waiting for someone while looking at all the families that were having a great time, and he began to imagine him with his family having a good time making him smile, and some hands cover his eyes from behind. Girls. Who are we? Izuku. Let me guess, some beautiful girls that have me in love, and when I wake up the first thing I see is their beautiful faces. Girls. They're how romantic, giving him a kiss. Masato. And why did you meet us here? Izuku. Well, it's just that I wanted to take a quiet walk and have a quiet time with you. Ray. Then let's take Izuku's hand. So our couple went for a quiet walk and went to an ice cream stand where Izuku buys four, and they went to the swings where they sat down and began to talk about how they met, how they fell in love, and how they beat Los Angeles, and how now they were parents, making the four of them smile and shed a few tears like that. It was all afternoon until the night where it became dark. Izuku. It was the best thing that ever happened to us. Masato. Yes, it was the best. Izuku. Well, let's go home. What may be eerie is already very worried, levitating, but sees that it started to snow. Ray. Because it is snowing. Asuka. Ah, because it is December 1, it has already started to snow. Izuku. How nice, well, let's go. So the four were walking throughout the park while snow fell on their heads, but Izuku stops in his tracks, confused to the girls. Something is wrong, love. Izuku. You know, girls, that this year that we have been in a relationship has been the most wonderful year of my life since I finally met love, the loves of my life. You are the best thing that has happened to me in my entire life, along with Eri. You are the reason why I always fight every day against villains and angels. You have made me super strong, thanks to you. You are my sea, my sky, my moon, my whole world. I don't know what Arya would be without you. So girls, I want to ask you this. Girls. And what is Izuku, blushing since Izuku was kneeling and takes out of his pockets 3 boxes where he opens them, showing some beautiful rings. Izuku. I laughed. Asuka and Masato want to marry me, smiling and blushing. But the girls threw themselves to kiss Izuku, where they began to kiss him all over his face, covering him with kisses. Girls. Yes, we accept kissing him more. At the same time they cried with happiness when the day finally arrived. Asuka. Oh Izuku, you do not know how happy you make us. Echo. Ray. I am the happiest woman in the world. Masato. Now the 8 of us will be a happy family, hugging Izuku. Izuku. I love you, my amor. Girls. And we love you, giving you a kiss. 2 weeks later. We see Izuku at the altar, happy that he is finally getting married. Shinji. Brother, I thought you would never do it. Izuku. Yes, in the end I am going to get married. And when are you going to marry Mary? Shinji. Everything in its time. I think that very soon Mary is pregnant, and I think that things will go well for us. Izuku. I am very happy. Seiya. The bride is coming, screaming happily. And that Izuku and everyone turned to the entrance and saw Asuka, Rai and Masato entering the church, where they were walking with their super beautiful and expensive wedding dresses, while Linko led the girls to the altar, while Leiri threw petals at the feet of the girls, where they arrived at the altar, and everyone looks at the father. Father. Dear brothers, we are gathered here to witness the union between Izuku Midoriya and Asuka, Rai and Masato. So happening everything that happens at weddings that I do not know. I have never been to a wedding, I have never been to one, I do not know what happens inside. Let's continue. Father. And you Izuku Midoriya accept Rei, Asuka and Masato as wives until death do you part. Izuku. We cannot die since we are angels, but if I do accept. Father. And you Rei, Asuka and Masato accept Izuku Midoriya as your husband until death do you part, even if you are not going to die. Girls. Yes, we accept. Father. Goodbye, the power that is given to me granted, and before the eyes of God I pronounce you husband and wife. You may now kiss the brides. At that the girls threw themselves into Izuku's arms, where they began to kiss him, making everyone applaud, and Inko and Akari and Shinji were super happy for Izuku. Timeskine several years later. We see Rei outside her big mansion where she was knitting a sweater, but she sees a black van arrive. Rei. He's finally coming, girls, my little ones, come quickly. Dad's here. Pedro Sandra. Dad runs away. Izuku. I'm here, shouting happily, getting out of the truck with Inko and Akari where everyone is running. Pedro Sandra. Daddy jumping where they arrive to their father. Izuku. Hello, my little ones, carrying them and hugging them. Masato. You finally come back, love. Asuka. You finally arrive, love. Rei. I'm glad you finally came back, love. Izuku. Yes, I missed you too, my loves, but look at the door, oh, but seeing a sign that said welcome home, dad. Boys. Welcome back, dad. Izuku. Thanks my boys, Victor, Chester, Sasuke, Peter, Sam, Shia, Michael, Javier, Shinji Jr., Mark, Noah, Jennifer, Izumi, Eri, Carol, Megan, Inko Jr., Scarlett, Cassandra, Bella, Isabel and Veronica, greeting all their children. Shia. Dad, what do you think? I already have a girlfriend and she is the most beautiful of all. Izuku. Seriously surprised and happy. Seiya. Yes, her name is Komi and she is the most beautiful of all. Izuku. What a good son, I am proud of yourself, you are already a man like your brothers, since Victor has Namari, Chester has Katsumi, Sasuke has Marin, Peter has Nagatoro, Sam has Yuzaki, Michael has Tomo, Javier has Kauko, Shinji Jr. has Mai, Mark has Hanabi, and Noah has Tajina. Brothers. Welcome to the brother club. Asuka. Well, let's eat. Everyone. Yes, love. Everyone enters but Izuku stays looking at the landscape and his wives approach him. Asuka. What's up, love? Izuku. Finally, after a long time, finally all of Los Angeles have reached extinction and finally peace for the world watching the sunset. Asuka. And all thanks to us. Ray. And more to you, Izuku. Isado. Finally everything is over everywhere. Inko. I'm proud of you, son. Izuku. Thanks, family. Ray. Well, let's eat because dinner is getting cold. The four. Okay, love, I laughed. So our family went to eat where everything was harmony and at the same time a joke, since they made jokes about Seiya and Komi's relationship making her blush, and finally everything was peace and tranquility for our green-haired girl, and finally she could live in peace, and finally she can rest away from Los Angeles and the villains, and everything was happiness for our green-haired girl, and they lived happily ever after. Let me know in the comments below if you guys want the next part. Also check out my other video that has been shown and left. Thank you for watching. If you enjoyed this video, please like and share this video. And have a fantastic day. Bye.